It's in the right scene. Hello and welcome to D&D Crestland 2E episode 15. It's been a full, I believe, month and a half or even 2 months now, but we're excited to start the campaign where we left off last time, and I'll jump into the Discord with everybody else in order to get to that.
We're just having a
I-
recap.
I gotta ask, is Pathfinder or not Pathfinder, Path Builder loading for you guys?
Make sure you have Harvard Accelerator on.
I
Yeah.
I guess I'm doing the read over for our last session. Last session, we killed Dr. Samuel, and James left the party. He told us the old warden is in the courtyard under a mausoleum in pieces. Both the wardens don't like travelers. Linda is living a life that's not hers, but a previous traveler named Emily, someone else's life. Cold Iron's Lord is the new warden, and she wants her duty to end. Mike Hawk and Balto climbed the ice into the courtyard, but Mike Hawk failed multiple times, leading us to travel up the mountain slowly to catch up with the others. Harold and Geralt were ambushed by the warden in the main castle of the mausoleum, and some small dude, it was some small dude, and they threw a poison at the warden, and it was the manticore that had its wing blown off while it was invisible. And now Harold and Geralt are in a lot of trouble, while Balto and Mike Hawk are still climbing up that hill.
Will they make it there in time?
Find out next time. All right, let's end the session, guys. We're good.
Which is today.
Okay, so yeah. So that was Balto's perspective. Do Harold and Geralt have any perspectives on that? Anything you guys have to add?
I don't think so.
Okay. What do you think, Geralt?
I think that's besides the fire. I think that's it, right?
Yeah.
That's not going out.
Yeah.
Seems like it's getting bigger.
Yes. So a few clarifications, of course. So yes, two of the members of the group, Harold and Geralt, went to go deliver the poison, directed by the small fairy, to go up and deliver the poison to the warden in order to assassinate the king. As they went up the stairs, and as they kind of went up there, they saw the warden, a person that seemed to be quite strange, blue skin, and it was difficult to tell what gender they were. It seemed as if they were just an amalgamation of people, of different people, as if there's been shifts and changes. It was quite difficult to tell. As you guys both went up there, the two of you had negotiated somewhat. A success here, a fail here, a success here, until upon wanting to have the poison be given to them, one of our close friends, one of our dear Harold, chucked it at the person. He chucked it at the warden. When it shattered, and on the ice golem in front, it completely evaporated him. And as the remnants of that poison, the greenish flame, I believe it was green flame, the invisible wing of the manticore came down to protect the warden. And as one of the manticore's wings were completely caught on fire and almost just melting into just nothing, quickly and swiftly, the wing was chopped at its source, and the manticore is now one-winged and now completely visible in front of you. The warden, not hurt, but in a state of just complete shock, now turned into anger and wrath, looks down at the three of you, Harold, Geralt, and Sid, and yells, "Kill them." For the other two, Mike and Balto, you're traveling with Ellie and Cold Iron. The two of you try to scale the sides to basically find the old warden's corpse, or pieces of it at least. As you scaled the walls, Mike, you fell. You fell many times. You failed your best trait somehow. Don't know how. But instead, you took the option to take time going up there, being sure that the other two individuals would be fine. Although the way that the timing works is that currently Balto, Mike, and Cold Iron and Ellie are in the future. And we need to resolve the Herald and Geralt problem first. So, before we do any of that, how about we roll for some hero points?
Oh yeah.
Heads or tails?
Do we get one?
Yeah,
Anyways,
you get one at the start of the
Start?
session. Yeah, you always get
Okay.
+1 at the start of the session.
Okay, and then this is the roll.
I mean, I don't think any one of you guys have 100% guess rate
Why
right
is
now. So.
Crestland?
No, not anymore.
Hardware accelerator. You have to use your graphics card. You're not even in the game. You
I know.
so-
That's why I'm like confused. I thought it'd load by now.
yeah. It's
Okay,
your
how do I go to hardware accelerator?
in settings. If you ever cleared your history since we've last played, it's probably the reason why. You reset
No,
your
I
settings when
haven't.
You clear it.
I haven't. That's the weird thing. It's in settings, Google Chrome settings, whatever.
It's in the actual settings of the Foundry. Anyways, heads or tails for you?
It's 2 heads.
Okay, I'll just write it in chat so that we have that for that. Okay. Heads or tails? Slash R1D2. 1 is heads. 2 is tails. It's heads. So Harold and Mike both get a hero point. Do you need me to update it for you, Mike?
Yes, please. Still having issues.
You have 2 hero points currently. So Mike has 2, Harold has 2, Geralt has 2. Wait, Geralt has 2. Balto has 1. Okay. So, as we kind of come back into it, and you guys are kind of standing in front of the throne room, I'm gonna activate this, change the music, come back in, and as you guys kind of come back in, zoom, zoom, zoom. Okay, there you go. As you guys kind of come back in, you guys see the large manticore behind, and you see the warden in front of you, the strange person in front of you. As you're kind of standing in front and seeing this, as they look at you and say, "Kill them." And as this is happening, what are Geralt and Harold doing as you see that the golems begin to shift and pieces of frost begin to change as the golems in the back, the 2 in the back, begin to break out of their standing positions and start walking towards the 2 of you, the 3 of you. The one golem on here jumps down to the bottom to block the exit on the other side. The manticore begins its one wing flapping all the way up into the air. You can feel the wind just shifting in the room as the wing itself just kind of quiets all sound from the outside. And you see its eyes begin to glow dark and red. And as the warden is picking up their staff of something, they pull something out of their side. And you can see that this staff is completely blackened as It's not actually a staff, it's a lance. Sorry. It is a lance. As you kind of see the lance come out, and the warden begins walking down the stairs. One
Is there
step.
green fire on the stairs?
There is green fire on the stairs, but it is enough to navigate past. All of it's not on fire. The
Uh,
fire is still like on where like pieces of it are, but it's easy to navigate in between the fire. It's not completely like all flame. This place doesn't seem to be very flammable, is the whole thing. It seems to be
Okay.
mostly ice, obviously. But the fire is still like you can see that it's latched onto some of the sides of the stone and the carpet, but it's still navigatable. It's like not completely blocking the three of you. As
So-
the water begins to walk down towards, what are the two of you doing?
Are we rolling initiatives or are we?
I'm asking what you're doing because they've
Okay.
all done their first move, which is take out their weapons, start moving, things like that. What are the two of you doing for your first
what is
like
Sid doing?
thing?
Well,
Sid
okay, yeah, go
is
for it.
waiting. No, you guys decide.
I want to cast Flaming Sphere with my Arcane Bond, and I want to cast it like if the fire is like here,
Mhm.
like I want to like conjoin the fire together, like with the green fire with my fire, but like in the path of like the warden.
Okay, that's what you want to do.
Yeah.
Okay. And then what is Harold? What do you want to do?
What is Sid doing?
What are you doing?
Oh, can I not wait for him to see what he's doing first, or?
Okay. Sid takes out his weapons. He is
Oh, goddamn.
taking.
All
yeah.
right. Then I am. Fuck, man. What can I do?
Yeah, what can you do? This is your fault.
Nah. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. I'll cast Vicious Jealousy on the fucking warden.
Vicious jealousy. Okay,
Is it not working? Oh, okay. It's up
I'll
here.
say this. Yeah. Okay. So as the battle begins and you guys begin to do your thing, Arcane Bond is a free action, correct? Yes. Okay. So they all use their first kind of move to like get ready for the battle. Now we can roll initiative and just do this. So how about we start an encounter? Boop. And let's roll initiative. So Harold and Geralt. Harold, you can go ahead and use either I think you use religion for your magic casting. You can use that to roll your initiative. You can also roll like your sleight of hand because you threw something, or you can roll even like your diplomacy because you were talking. Geralt, you can use your arcana, or you can use your regular perception. Perception is always an option, by the way. Like you can always perception.
Okay.
Can I use my Arcana too, or no?
You don't use arcana to cast your spells.
Got
Okay.
it.
So you said religion?
Yeah, because you're a divine caster. You can also just use your perception or your one of your dexterity things too. That's also fine.
They're all the same.
Okay.
Nice. Fuck.
Oops.
Do. Okay. So pop out.
Oh
Pop out.
god.
Pop out. So, a quick overview of the area that you are in. The large altar in front of you, and kind of standing there, you can see the large manticore on top, and it's standing above what looks to be a coffin under it, like it's guarding this coffin instead of kind of standing over it. You can see the ice golems in the back begin to move down towards the two of you. The other one jumped to the to block the entrance you came from, and to the left of you, obviously, is the exit to a courtyardy area. As you guys are kind of coming in, oh, Sid needs to also roll. Forgot about that. Sid needs to roll. Perception, it's fine. And as this is all happening, and you guys begin to cast all your spells and such, I would say that as this is happening, you begin to. Why is the token art so big? Anyways, So, Harold, you cast Vicious Jealousy on the Warden? Or the...
Yeah, the warden.
Okay. You kind of cast it on the Warden, and it is a will save. It's a will save. Okay. Will save. Okay. Public has a +2 to this because of circumstance bonus. Okay. 34.
Fuck.
So critical success. As it kind of comes through, unaffected. As you kind of see it, the village actually kind of come through. You see the warden look at you for a second as their eyes turn purple for a second, and then just become completely black again. As that happens, the flaming sphere you cast goes through. As you see the fire begin to, I'm just gonna use this as fire. As it kind of goes up, as you kind of try to conjoin the fire, you see the green flame immediately just as the flaming sphere is now completely enveloped in green flame. It seems to have attached itself successfully.
Oh yeah.
As it kind of attaches itself successfully, we begin combat. As we begin combat, the Manticore, standing above. I don't like this music, actually. Let's do this one.
You guys remember the horse one? We were running away.
That's really funny. As the Manticore kind of looks down at the three of you, it seems to just look over, and as you kind of see it go through, what does this do? You see large, on the back of it, just large spikes begin to just, as its back begins to break for a second, as it uses an ability. Why can I use this? Oh, it's gonna it's gonna lag. I can tell already. There you go. Okay. It's a spike. As it kind of comes through, as you see two spikes come down. One hitting straight towards you, Harold, and the other one going straight towards Geralt, because both of you have done threatening things. As this is happening, and you kind of see this happen, you see the two spikes kind of come through. I need both of you to, hold on, strike against each, one strike. Magical, oh, the strikes. Ah, I see. I thought you guys had a roll. I guess they're strikes. So, as they are two strikes. So the first one against you, Harold. 17 to hit.
It meets.
Meets? Okay.
Yeah.
Damage. As it hits you, thunk, and it just slams into your leg as it goes through. Roll me athletics check. Oh, no, actually, no. You are immobilized. Never mind. It hits. You're just immobilized. It goes straight through your leg. Thunk, and you're just pinned to the ground. Geralt, you're also hit. 16. Oh my goodness, these are terrible rolls.
Oh my goodness.
I rolled a 3 and a 2. Anyways, 11 damages. You just get thunk. It goes straight through your chest, or like the bottom of your actual abdomen. It goes through and you get pinned straight to the ground. Disrupt Undead, what does this do? What does Disrupt Undead do? Is it just when in response to being hit?
Oh no! Oh my bad. I don't know why that went off. I didn't press anything.
Okay, that's fine. The Discord pictures are broken, by the way, so this is gonna be annoying.
Yeah, I'm on proficiency. I don't know why that happened.
Okay, so that's fine. Anyway, either way, both of you are now immobilized. As the two of you are, yeah. Anyways, go ahead and add the immobilized thing. I don't know where it is, but you're gonna have to add it soon, somehow. Oh, there it is. Okay, so both of you are immobilized. There it is. And pinned to the ground. Do you really only have that much health, girls?
Yeah, I did only have that much health.
Okay. Jesus Christ. As you see the Manticore begin to just flap one of its wings and move forward as it shifts forward. You see it wary of the green fire as it begins to try and find a way. It can no longer fly, is the problem, with only one wing, as it seems to almost try to shift and look around. And you notice that it walks forward, it walks back for a second. What is the range of this attack? Let me check its actual things. It cannot actually move because the fire in front of it is making it a little bit frightened, as the green flaming sphere in the middle of this causes it to not to want to shift forward, as it's going to try. Can I do spike volley more than once a turn? Let me check.
God.
Let me check real quick. I can, but there's only a specific amount. It's going to use spike volley one more time, as it's going to try to shoot, but this one instead has map. So, yeah, it has map. So it's going to shoot. Don't have the pin selected, Grant. Oh, because you're talking as the pin. Anyways, it's going to shoot through as the spike is going to go through. This have -10 on it because it did 2 attacks already. So it's going to try to hit Sid this time. That's a crit.
God.
So it crits. And it hits Sid and it immobilizes him straight through. So he takes 24 damage. As you 24, 68, 48. No, 72 minus 16. 66, 56. Okay. As the other spike goes straight towards you, Geralt. Because you have the flaming thingy. 19 hits.
Oh my god.
13, you're down. Flaming sphere dissipates.
I'm down.
As it goes through, Geralt is knocked unconscious. As he is on course. Of course. Flaming sphere does dissipate. But that's the end of the Manticore's turn. As this is happening. Oh, the counter's haven't begun. The ice golem over here begins moving forward. It's actually just to walk around. It has to walk around this. Whoops. Like that. As it walks forward and it slams into Sid. Well, there's going to be a big problem coming soon. Slams into Sid. As it slams into Sid, that is 26 to hit. Sid's
What?
AC is lower than that.
Well, can I use an hero point to stay at 1 or no?
You can use all your hit points not to die.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Yeah. As you just see Sid just get slammed with its arm, as Sid takes 18 damage. As he takes 18 damage, 48, 38, Sid coughs a chunk of blood. He is bloodied now. As the ice golem again tries to slam into him. That's not a crit, right? Okay, it's not a crit. Cool. Again, with map. 17 damage misses. So, the other ice golem begins to walk forward. 1, 2, 3. These guys have how much movement? 4, 5. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. And it jumps down. 4, 5. Geralt, it is your turn. Roll me. Oh, actually, no, it's not your turn because you get moved to whoever beat you. So you actually get moved up to above the Manticore. The Warden goes instead. Because in this, yeah, that's how that works in the system. Walking down and seeing the green flame kind of just dissipate and the fire just on the stairs. The Warden walks between the fire with a dexterity check. It needs to walk through. Normal. That is a 6. So as they try to walk through the fire, the flames kind of shift and things. The Warden's movement is stopped. Again, going to try and move forward again. The flame is beginning to spread now that the flaming sphere kind of dissipated, because it basically added a chunk of fire onto this stairway. As it kind of comes down and goes again. Again, going to try to move forward. 16? 16 is not enough. As it tries to walk through, the fire begins to shift and change. And again, you see that the individual is trying to get some things. Instead, they take out a crossbow. And that's the end of their turn for now. Sid is going to try and take out the spike from his lower leg. As he tries to take out the spike, he needs to roll athletics check. So athletics. Oops. Public roll. He has a +2 to this because he's a thingy. Sid was a natural 20 as he just
Wow.
rips out the spike and coughs up a little bit of blood, and he is currently unimmobilized. Get rid of that. As he kind of goes down, he sees that, well, Geralt is on the floor. He's going to, for his second action, he's going to move forward, and he's going to walk towards you, Geralt. Do these things have attack of opportunity, these golems? They do not. As he kind of walks forward towards you, Geralt, he's going
Wait,
to...
am I on the turn? Am I on the turn counter?
Oh, you
No,
aren't.
you're not.
Did you not click your token when you
I
rolled?
should. No, I did roll. I rolled like a 2, I think.
Yeah. You just didn't click your token. You just didn't click your token when you rolled.
I see.
You just have to click that. Anyways, you have a 2. You said.
A total of 7, but yeah.
Okay, so you go to the bottom. I just put you there. Okay. Sid is gonna walk over towards you, and he's gonna touch you, Geralt, and he's gonna use lay on hands. You're healed for. I think he'll use a lot. You're healed for 20. No, he has 30. You're healed for 30.
Oh shit.
He touches you and just lay on hands, and that is the end of his turn. So it's move. Yeah, that's the end of his turn. Over 30. Ice Golem's turn is going to go up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll say he moves the same exact distance. He just jumps down all the way through. Boom, boom. You just see the slamming of the thing. Harold, it's your turn. What are you doing? You have a spike inside of you.
Yeah. Am I allowed to add on to the fire?
Do you have a fire type ability?
Spray of stars.
Spray of stars as fire damage?
Yeah, it's fire damage.
I'd say you can do this. You can use spray of stars, and with the kind of like way that you're kind of facing, like up, and how the fire is going through, you can use it as like a you can shoot the spray of stars, and if you shoot it through the green flame, it'll do the green flames like effect. If you hit something.
Alright, fuck it. We're
behind.
going with that. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Let's see. Actually, how about Moonbeam? If I shoot Moonbeam, would it go through the Warden and the this thing?
Make a
The
spell attack
Manticore?
roll. Beam of Light D is 1d, 1d6. I believe that it's one creature, so both of them do the same. They're both one creature only. Spray of stars? No, spray of stars is a cone.
Yeah.
So spray of stars would be better to use instead of Moonbeam because it's a cone in front of you, and that 100% will do that. You just have to step into the stairs if you're gonna try to hit the Manticore.
I have to step onto the stairs. Can't I just shoot it upwards?
Well, it's 15-foot cone.
Yeah.
Wait. Oh no, Manticore is inside actually the distance. Yeah, no, you're fine. You're good.
Uh,
I believe the Manticore was like right here. Yeah.
and cast Spray of Stars.
Okay. Oh, it's a reflex saving throw. Oh, it's not even a fucking. Okay. Sure.
How do I rotate this? Oh, you already did it.
I'm trying to rotate it. I can't fucking rotate it. What's going on? Hold on. Let me see. How do you rotate that thing? Oh, because measurement controls. Duh. See. Okay. So you place this. Hold on. You have to click on the actual thing. I'm pretty quite sure. Anyways, regardless, it covers those 3 squares. So right there, and right there. It wouldn't actually hit the Manticore unless you step forward.
Does it has a? Does it have a range or does it not have a range?
It does. That's a 15-foot range. You see this cone that it's here? Yeah. So
Yeah.
it covers those 7 squares right in front of you.
Okay.
So if you just like kind of like shift to the side, it'll only hit the warden unless you step forward.
Nah, it's fine. I'll just shoot the word.
Okay, that's fine. Spray stars, reflex saving throw. This person is not good at reflex, so that's gonna be a thing. Reflex saving throw. 18. That is a fail. As it just goes through, woof, the spray of stars goes straight through the green flame. As the green flame kind of from the extra parts that Geralt put down, you see that the green flame is enough to actually envelop. As the spray of stars comes from your hand, Harold, you see the green flame just jump on to the spray of stars as it's looking for a vehicle to actually deliver its damage. It hits the warden directly through. As it hits the warden, you see the spray of stars as it hits them just envelop them in green flame. As you hear a scream of agony and terror, you begin to see the warden's skin begin to melt. The blue skin begins to fall off as it begins to just melt, and you can see as if the skin is like running off like liquid paint. You can see the individual under. As you begin to see the individual under, you can see that this person is male. This person is a male. As you kind of seen like the skin begin to rub off and you see the eyes kind of go down. You see even like one of the eyeballs kind of fall to the floor as the warden goes down onto one knee and is screaming in agony. What else are you doing, Harold? They are currently...
And to athletics check, huh? To
Yes. They are stunned and they are dazzled.
I am going
Oh, and prone.
to. Okay, I'm gonna drink a Juggernaut mutagen.
Oh shoot.
How do I put that in chat?
You just what you would do is that you would just go to your inventory, and from your
Oh, right.
inventory, yeah, you go to your inventory.
Oh wait, hold up, I don't have it. No, I guess I used it already. Never mind.
If you go to your crafting, go to your crafting instead,
Uh-huh.
and just
I mean, I may have used it already then, probably from last session.
Juggernaut.
Yeah, Juggernaut mutagen.
Yeah. Do you put your stuff in your inventory, or you just leave it in your crafting?
Yeah, I
area?
put it in my inventory, so
Oh,
I
then
guess
you probably used it then, yeah.
yeah, I probably used it.
Okay.
All right, okay, I'll do an athletic roll to take out the spike.
23.
23? Wait, never mind. Fuck it.
23. Yeah.
Okay, so it's impossible for me to do it.
Yeah, 23 is really hard to do. I would say that you can try and it'll make it easier the next try.
Okay, fuck it. I'll do that then. I'll try to make it easier.
Okay. You critically fail.
Oh.
As you try to pull it out and go through, your hands slip off of the blood. As you kind of like try to pull it through, it gets easier. Not by much though. As you kind of begin to try to pull. So, one more. I think Spray of Stars is a 2-action spell. So yeah, your turn is done.
Yeah.
Geralt, start of the round. It's your turn. What are you doing?
Is there any way I can like manipulate the fire, or is it I can't anymore?
Your spell has dissipated, so no.
Okay. What if I I can't manipulate like produce flame, right? Like I can't manipulate those flames if I throw it.
Much like Herald, I would
Yeah.
say that when you do produce flame, you throw it from your hand.
Yeah.
But Herald's is a cone, so actually like it grabbed it as it was going through, right? Because it originates from him.
Okay.
So you would have to use like a cone or a thing. I would say this is that if you hit like if you target just the green flame, it'll spread the surface area of the flame. I'll start drawing the flame of its actual like where it is right now, so that we can actually have a fucking thing. So currently, it's like this. It was like that after the flaming sphere, and now it is spread to like, it's spread to like this now with the cone. It's spread to that. So the green flame has enveloped all of the stairs now at this point.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I guess I'm going to throw. I'm gonna try to throw past it,
Okay.
and
It won't catch.
I won't catch though.
It won't catch though because you have to.
Okay.
You have to like do it. Yeah, because right
Can
now
I throw
like,
it here on the floor, like near the fire, or do I have to throw it in the square, the actual square? So at 20 feet.
That's actually a good question. Let me consult the brain council real quick. I'd say that if you successfully hit, yes, you could.
The floor or him?
Him.
Him. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Sure. I'll do it.
Okay.
All right.
25. His AC is. I'm quite sure that's less than 25. Let me check. Hold on. Yeah, no, it's more. I mean, no, it's less. It's less. You hit.
Oh yeah.
As the green flame begins to spread, you just kind of like whoop, boop, little tiny bit at a time. Hold on. God damn it. Hold on. Drawing tools instead. As the square continues forward, as it kind of just, the creature's, one of its feet kind of is standing inside. Roll me attack. Roll me damage. Just once. As the fire just kind of comes through, you see it stepping in as it kind of tries to step in to protect the warden. You see it stepping in, and you just throw produce flame as it hits, and the hand begins to just evaporate quickly into almost nothing. As it looks at it in horror, it cuts off its hand, and it takes double damage. It takes 16 damage.
And I yell at the warden, "Just give us the source of power. It's not worth to die in a reflection. We're just trying to close it." And that's all I say.
Okay. That's for your last action.
Yep.
Okay. Roll me a intimidation, diplomacy, your choice.
Yeah. Diplomacy or intimidation? Let's see. I'm not gonna do diplomacy.
22. Okay. That's the end of your turn.
All right.
The Manticore, seeing the warden kind of going through and being absolutely destroyed, it looks at its hand. It's one of its paws that's kind of like beginning like that. It cut off to like stop the actual flame, and it sees this as it uses one of its wings to just try to blow the fire away. As it's going to try to use an athletics check to actually try to blow it out. 20 is not enough. As it tries to blow out some of the flames in front of it dissipate. The one in front of it, and the one enveloping the warden, the one from the cone, also begins to dissipate. As the flames begin to just kind of just shift and change, as I'm going to delete the one that's next to itself. God damn it. I'm just going to clear this, whatever. So annoying. Okay. As the new redrawing would be this, as it uses it's that instead. It only gets rid of one of the squares as it tries to blow it out again with another athletics check. 31, as it does successfully blow out a lot of it as it kind of goes down the stairs. The warden is no longer enveloped by the green flame. It is now just drifting it downwards. It's now just covering these 6 squares as the warden is no longer enveloped, but you can see the warden on the ground, prone, and you see all of their skin just kind of falling to the ground as pieces of face just kind of hit the ground, and you can see that the black eyes kind of hit the ground, the eyeballs, and you can see all of it, the clothes and everything just going down as if it was just sludge. Black sludge. As its last move, is a spike volley. As it spikes Harold and Geralt. It spikes both of you. because both of you are very dangerous. You have fire abilities. To you, Harold, this is for you. To you, Geralt, this is for you. Oh, they're both 25. Didn't
25,
matter.
Oh, fuck. Well, hits.
Hits. Hits. So take 10 damage, Harold, and take 11 damage, Geralt. As another spike just doof right through you. Stop using Spray of Stars. The attack hits.
Oh,
takes the damage of single
I don't know
strike.
why it does that. What's going on?
I have no idea why. It's probably clicking, maybe? I don't know. Anyways, both of you are still mobilized. It's still the same thing. You guys don't have to roll twice for the spikes. That is the end of the Manticore's turn. As the golem, this golem is going to start moving.
Oh, I forgot about the golems.
Yeah. A good thing to do would have been a move. It moves forward 1. Harold, you're right in front of it. But, you know, it doesn't do that. It does this.
What?
I believe that, yeah. Let me check. How do you do this? So, hold on. Why can't I grab this? Why can't I grab these things? Oh, here it is. Wait, why can't I grab this? It's so weird. Read template, clear template. What a strange interaction on this thing. I can't actually, I don't know how you shift. Anyways, it uses a breath weapon on all 3 of you. Has all of you need to make basic reflex saves of 22. Natural 1. Which is your reroll that?
What's reflex?
Yeah, I want to
Reflex
reroll
save?
that.
It's on the left side of your banner.
Oh. Oh, I see.
12. That's not.
Didn't matter.
It doesn't matter. It's still a critical fail. 11. 11 is a critical fail. You take double damage. Just like.
Wait, I use a hero point.
Okay. Natural 20.
Nice.
18. So you take half damage. So 20. So, girls, you take 40.
Fuck! Well, I did my job.
You take 40. As Geralt, your turn order moves down 1. As it happens, Harold, you take 20, and then Sid takes 10. And seeing all of this happen, the golem's turn is done. Other golem. He's gonna walk forward. Oh, wait, reflex save.
Who?
Sorry.
Who?
Oh. All 3 of you.
Oh.
Okay, I fell.
Oh.
Wow.
Wow. Amazing. You take half damage now. With that, let me see. Hold on. I think. Oh no, this still takes damage. The other golem is gonna actually have to roll too. All right, and then Sid has to roll his own thingy reflex. 18's a fail, so 66. Like this fight was meant to be fought with a bunch of people. Interesting. Anyways. 19 damage. As you take half, which is, I'll round it down to 9 for you, Harold. Sid takes 19. And then the other one takes also, the other one takes half, so 9. So, yep, they're not immune to cold, it seems, which is very strange. But still. As this is happening, it is now the warden's turn. The warden uses all of their turns to put out the fire, to stand up from prone, and 10 from prone. Oh no, they're stunned. They're fucking stunned. Right.
What does that mean?
I don't know what that means. Hold on, let me check.
How did he get stunned? Holy shit.
Because they're literally on fire and all of it's
Oh.
like, yeah, like it's like a bad fire too. Stunned. You cannot act while stunned. Includes a value, how many actions you lose. It's stunned 1, reduce the number, so it's no longer stunned, which is good. However, it does take persistent fire damage from the thing, and the persistent fire damage is the spray of stars damage. How much damage you do for your spray of stars?
I think 6.
6? Was it 6? It was 6, yeah. So it took 12, and now it's taking 12 again. So it took 24. Oh, they took 24 rather. So 48. As they are no longer stunned, but that's the end of their turn. Sid, looking down at Geralt and Harold and seeing all of this happen, he looks over and he realizes that this is not good. All of this is going to be really bad. As he just kind of sighs for a second. And he takes out an item
Oh shit.
from his bag. And Harold, you look back at the item. You recognize it. It is one of the explosives that was given to you.
Oh shoot. That's right. Oh god.
As he has this, he looks at you for a second, Harold. And
Oh my goodness.
he gives you a nod. As he picks up the explosive and throws it into the green flame. As he throws it into the green flame, he uses a reaction on the both of you. As he uses a reaction, actually no, it has to be 1. Oh no, it can't be that. Okay. Throws the explosive onto the green flame. As it hits the green flame, and you see it in front of you, Harold, as it hits it, and just as it hits the green flame, you see it shatter. As it shatters, large swaths of fire quickly envelop all of you.
No.
As the green flame begins to just spread and just explode in an almost impossible way. Everybody in the room needs to roll me your choice: a fortitude save or a reflex save. Different effects from either.
Oh, I fail.
Geralt fails automatically. Yes.
Oh god.
Fortitude save for Sid. Fortitude save for this. Fortitude save for this. Fortitude save for this. And a fortitude save for this. Just whatever's higher. This person's also going to make... Everyone's making fortitude saves, it seems. No one is actually trying to... As it's happening, you see the green flame just explode in a green maelstrom. As it just kind of... As the entire room is enveloped in green flame. As... combat ends.
What?
And we go to our other individuals. Going up the sides of the mountain. As that is the end of combat. For now. So. As we kind of go back to our other individuals. Going back in. The snow. The ice. the same place that you've been before. Mike and Balto, the two of you have finally made your way up into the courtyard. It took some time, as it kind of took quite a bit of time actually. You see off in the distance, out into the close frozen ice. You just gotta pull yourself up, the four of you. You see out, you see the night beginning to fall as you're climbing. What it seemed to happen was that as you're climbing, you heard something, a shaking of the mountain perhaps. But as that shaking happened, the sky, which would stay bright for many of the days, began to fall darker and darker.
Why the fork man already?
As it became darker, and you kind of see the stars beginning to come out now in this place, the first time you've seen it. Pulling yourself up into the courtyard, you see in front of you a large frozen, well, what used to be a frozen lake, a pond of some kind. But the snow is melting, the ice becoming liquid. In front of you, you see what looks to be a structure of some kind. You see a figure far in the distance in the structure standing near the sides of the pillars. Behind this structure, you see the large castle. You've made it to the courtyard.
Who
Let
has the
four of you
finger?
kind of go up. What
See
are
if
you
the
doing?
finger. I'm gonna see if the finger burns hot in the courtyard because this is where the old warden's supposed to be, right?
Yes.
Okay. So as I pull out the finger, I'm gonna grasp it and concentrate on its energy to see if there's anything around.
Okay.
Is the figure like in the distance like a person or what is that? Can I see?
It is a figure in the distance, but you can't quite tell if they are real or not. You can see that their form kind of shifts with the fire behind it. There is a large light behind this individual, but this light seems to flicker and shake and shift, but the figure is not affected by the light. They are a fixture. Even when the light flickers, the figures is still there. The shadow does not change.
Should we approach her, Mike Hawk?
Is Mike here?
Mike, let's out a settle bark. Okay.
Okay, good. Yes. You see next to you, Cold Iron kind of is just standing in front, kind of looking and says, "Something's wrong. Something has happened." And
Oh,
Ellie just kind of shifts for a second. She kind of stops for a moment, and you can see her ice and crown begin to melt. As it begins to kind of like come down, it doesn't melt completely, but you can see the corners of it. Corners of it begin to shift downwards, and then you see the tips of the crowns begin to kind of like become soft snow.
something's happened. The others must have done something. There's no time to worry now, though. Who's that figure over there? Cold Iron, do you know?
Cold Iron kind of just crosses her arms, and she just kind of looks over for a second, and as she kind of looks at the figure, I don't remember this place looking so different, so strange. As you see her just kind of stand for a second, you notice for a moment her arms crossed, her face, not visible. But as you kind of look at her for a second, you notice that her hands, completely pale, white skin before, seems to just slowly and surely become gray, pale.
What? Who? Cold Iron or?
Cold iron skin, yes. One of her hands, like when she's kind of crossing her arms standing in front of you, you see that her hand,
What's
begins to
going?
become-
Oh no,
her
something's
skin becomes pale.
something's going on with her. Quickly, are you all right? Let's see if this figure knows anything about this. As I go and approach the figure.
Yes. As you kind of approach the figure and you kind of walk towards past like the water.
Oh, well, let's all go towards the figure.
Oh, okay. Everyone go. Yeah.
Yeah,
let's go.
Forward. Yeah. As everyone begins to go, you begin to make your way through. Oh, actually, you guys don't have to do it separate. I can just look at it and look at the separate ones. Anyways, you begin to walk forward, and as you kind of walk past the figure off in the distance, and just kind of through the wet pond, river, lake. You're not quite
I'm
sure.
still
but there-
holding the finger too, like seeing if there's
Yeah,
anything.
There's
that warns
there's
me.
concrete under this lake. It is the snow, not the actual water. As you kind of just hold the finger for a second, the finger begins to pulse and pulse and pulse until as you get closer and closer,
Slow
seems
down
to-
a little bit.
the pulsing between each one seems to not even become pulsing anymore. It seems to let off a low hum as you get closer and closer to this large building. As you get closer to the large building, Cold Iron falls on a knee
Oh my gosh.
as
What's
you just kind of you see the breathing coming from behind the mask. As it comes from behind the mask, you can just kind of see their golden eyes as they blink become regular brown pupils, clear white outside of eyeballs. I don't know what that's called. As you kind of see like the eyes begin to shift from the bright gold that they were before into just becoming regular brown eyes. You can see Ellie standing behind, and she's kind of like breathing and just kind of keep herself warm. You notice that the crown begins to just flatten until it becomes a tiara. It becomes just a bangle.
What's going on? Oh no.
Something terrible. I think something's happened to the warden.
We haven't
that's
even
Cold
reached the warden.
And as you kind of say that, you see Cold Iron collapse under the snow, face down, unmoving.
Oh no.
You see Ellie just kind of the bangle, the circlet around her forehead, splashes onto the ground. It is now water. And she looks at the two of you in confusion. And then a smile comes up. She says, "My head is clear now."
Can you assist Cold Iron, Ellie?
Yeah. She kind of walks down and she kind of just goes down to the ground, goes down on a knee, and she just kind of casts a spell. Light fills her hands and goes into Cold Iron.
Try to stabilize her at least.
And she kind of goes into Cold Iron and just kind of just holds for a second. And holds for another. And Ellie in confusion kind of holds again. She kind of looks up at you, Balto and Mike. She kind of just says, "She's dead."
What?
Unbelievable.
Oh no. I take the I'll go up to Cold Iron and take the mask off of her and lay her beside on the pillar post, I guess.
You take the mask off, and you just gotta take the mask off. You just kind of just clunk, and you kind of take it off for a second. You see a woman. Not young, not old, but you can tell that this person was of Fey origin. As soon as you take the mask off, as if the shifting of everything, the illusion that existed because of the mask, you can see a woman. One of strong features, of strong chin. You can see white hair and a white rose in her hair. You can see that for some inexplicable reason, as you take off the mask, 2 antlers on the top of her head. You can see behind, instead of ears, 2 furry ears. This person was a fae of some kind. But their eyes completely wide open. The brown eyes flicker with gold every once in a while. Her lips, pale blue, but dead.
I close her eyes.
Yeah.
Then I try to remember her scent. Does she smell like nature now instead of the winter breeze?
This is what she looked like, by the way. So, as you kind of see her just kind of on the floor, resting, you smell the scent. Before, when the mask was on, you had smelt iron, not cold iron. You had smelt steel. You had smelt steel and blood and dirt and sweat. But as you kind of take it off, you can smell now the scent of spring. You can smell the scent of forests, of wildlife, of everything. It reminds you of home a little. And you realize that this person, this individual, smells of a specific flower that you recognize from your home, from your forest. You can definitely tell this person is from Thailand. Was from Thailand. But as they're kind of on the floor, dead, Ellie just kind of stands up. And you can begin to see Ellie her eyes begin to water. She starts sniffing a little bit. And she just kind of looks over at the 2 of you and she just says, "What happened?"
She's gone.
How?
And I don't know how, but something must have happened with the others. We have to move on. Everyone's progressing and we're still stuck here. Stuck climbing this damn mountain. Down. No. As I look forward, is the spectral person still there?
The spectral person is still there, but as you kind of step forward, their facial features are not there. But as you kind of see this person, they are taller than all 3 of you. As you kind of were coming from a long distance away, you couldn't really you couldn't really tell what height they were. But as you kind of walk in closer to them and see the just size of this archway and the size of this person standing there, you realize that this person was a giant, large, extremely tall, in a cloak. And under that cloak, you can see that this person's figure was large, muscular, and, well, male of some kind. But as you kind of walk closer and you see the figure kind of just come over, and you kind of see no movement from the figure as well. You step closer.
As I step closer,
Hmm?
I lift up the finger. Does it like vibrate harder or warm up
You
harder?
lift up the finger, as you kind of lift it up, and you see it vibrating. It's been vibrating this whole time as you come closer. It's becoming like almost as if it's just kind of just shaking and pulling you forward. But as you kind of lift up the finger and reach the entrance of the archway, and the figure,
Help
although you
us,
cannot see
help
its
us
face,
solve the, help us, fuck it, defeat the source of this realm, conquer this realm, to break this curse. No more people have to die.
the figure looks, and you can tell that it's staring at the finger. Even though it does not move, the finger stops vibrating. It stops moving, stops pulling you forward. As the three of you hear a single word that echoes throughout the entire courtyard. As you hear, end. As you hear the word end echo throughout the courtyard, the figure becomes water and just becomes nothing on the floor. The light from behind flickers off. The finger, as you hold it for a second, melts in your hand. And becomes nothing more than mist. As the light turns off, and you kind of see the lights, everything begin to slowly melt and change and shift. A person begins to walk out from behind. As you begin to see this person walk out, you see an individual. Familiar, but not. Almost as if you've met her before. But before, they were taller. They were larger. They're still quite tall. About maybe 8-9 feet. But before you had met them, they were like 10 to 11. You see a woman walking towards the three of you. The facial features are the same. The eyes the same.
God. Is that you, Linda? Stop right there.
She stops.
Why do you look like this? Oh, shit. Am I echoing through something?
She looks over. She says, I had wished that all of it would have come to a happy end. It would have come to a satisfying conclusion. But we cannot all have our way. It seems. It seems that this iteration is a failure. My father has died once again.
What?
Everything is lost.
But how? We have the poison.
Everything is lost. But there is change. There is change. The three of you here are alive. Would you like to take on a role for me?
No, no more resets. We solve this problem here and now. God damn
Can't
it,
solve
boy.
it now. Not while your friends are dead. If you do not choose to reset, they will remain that way. Like my father. Like everyone I've ever cared about.
Another reset.
Yes. But this time, there are many roles that are open to choose from. You can choose what you want. This next one will be the last. My power is no longer sustainable. This is the last one. The last chance that we have to end this reflection once and for all.
Answer this question, Linda. Why did you want me to kill? Why did you want to kill Cold Iron? What did she do to deserve such a fate?
Her
When-
lord killed my father. And I saw it happen. And Cold Iron, she held me back before I could put a dagger to his throat.
So tell me, what should be done in the next reset? How do we stop any of this?
How can we prevent this?
Depends on the roles that I give you. You can do whatever you'd like. The warden, the role of the warden is open. They have passed. Which one of you wants to take on that role? Which one of you wants to make the sacrifice of doing complete and unspeakable things to save everyone else in this reflection? Which one of you three?
Look at
Well,
Cold Iron's
Balto.
mask.
Balto, it looks like you're destined for it.
This land is not my land to be the warden of. But in order to save everyone's life, I guess I'll step up to it.
She walks over towards you, Balto. She puts a hand on your shoulder.
Please, just make it so that they're not all gone.
Yeah. I will bring them back. But you must listen to me.
I drop on one knee and I hold up Cold Iron's old mask.
She looks at it for a second. She grabs it. This is for you. She hands it to Ellie instead.
Wait, wait.
Oh, oh.
You can't put Ellie in this.
I need a woman with a mask. It is the role that is must be given.
Balto, you
You.
identify as a woman.
You will become the warden. The red-furred man will become you. And she touches you for a second, Balto. And from where she touches you, your fur begins to turn crimson. You begin to grow and grow until in front of you, Mike, is the werewolf, the lycanthrope that you fought before, the one that held,
Mm-hmm.
the one that held them hostage. You are now the warden of this place.
Me?
No, talking to Balto.
Oh,
You're the warden of this place. On the next reset, you'll be given your orders. Do not forget who you are. Because there is no reset after this next one. And she looks at you, Mike. For you, I will give a role that is usually played only by people of mine. But you will need to come together and work together and get them all in a line. Sir Mike, please become the mayor of the city.
Isn't that the same thing as the warden?
No. The mayor is always played by one of mine. But for the first time, it will be played by a traveler such as yourself. You have to gather strength. Capture the man with the scar. And rally all the travelers. Rally them. Come here. Because my father's corpse is the source of this place. It is a cursed creature now. Please, take on this mantle.
So when your father dies and he's the source itself, who is it left to anyone to conquer it?
When my father dies, I am the catalyst to turn his corpse into this place. My father is just he was born as many were born in my family, as the controller of the winter season. We are descended from gods, you see, and his divinity, well, you see what happens.
What is the role that you want to bestow to me as the warden? What is my task?
Your task. Your task. Your task is to kill me on our next go around. My father only wanted this place to stay the same because of me, because of my grief. His soul roams this place, trying to protect me.
So you won't remember any of this in the next reset?
I don't remember any of this until all of it melts. Your friends did a good job, actually. They delivered the poison, but they ended quite a few individuals that were stuck, that were fighting, that were shifted.
Was your father the warden?
No, that's her memories. That's their memories. No. You see her blink for a second. And you notice that she kind of holds her head in her hand. Already things are getting mixed up.
Where can I find you in the next reset?
I'm here. always here, awaiting my father's execution, sitting on my small throne, my throne of ice. Come here, kill me. Do what needs to be done. You will arrive at the same place all of you arrived at. I'll use the last bits of what I have to give you a chance. Your compatriots. Your compatriots. They will be different. I'm sorry. I'll reset it at midnight. Do what you need to do until then. That'll be all. Please, succeed. Not just for me, but for everyone. And you see her just kind of stand.
Alright. At midnight, Mike Hawk will land the blow to do the reset.
No. At midnight, the reset will happen.
What do you mean land the blow? It's gonna happen at midnight.
Oh, okay. So
No
do we
death.
No dying.
do we need to kill her or no? Or no?
No, we kill her at the next one. We kill you at the next one, right?
Yes, the next one.
Okay, it's Linda, right? Linda.
If you killed me now, actually, this place would end just like this. If you would like things to end like this, that's perfectly
Oh no
fine.
I thought you said to make the reset happen we have to kill you right now, but
No,
that makes sense.
no, we have to kill her next reset. Linda's okay
Yeah.
with it.
The tower, the finger, and the old warden. Is there any need for him to assist us in this? The finger's gone now. What happens to the reset once it...
Finger is gone because my family's guardian is gone. There will be no large creature for you to fight. But there will be other things for you to solve. Other places for you to go. Other people for you to kill. And she kind of looks at all three of you. She turns. She begins to walk away. As she begins to walk, she stops for a second and just kind of... Right. Your friend, the elf, he'll be with you. Although, he may not be himself. She turns again and walks into the large building, the structure. As she walks into the structure, you see a blue glow begin to envelop. Where the light was, the blue glow instead takes its place. And you begin to see the wind stop. And the
Elf.
snow begins
Who's
to
the elf?
shift.
Who's our elf friend? She mean Code Iron?
No?
Oh, Kosi J. He's still alive.
As the kind of snow begins to come in and shift around, the blue light begins to spread from the small room to becomes larger and larger until it is no longer a light. It is just color as it begins to envelop all of its surroundings. As the three of you are waiting, what are you doing? Midnight seems to... Well, when the moon hits its apex is when it's midnight. And you can tell that you have a couple of hours before that time.
I turn to Ellie and say, find either me or Mike Hawk in the next reset.
Ellie, what is Ellie again? Ellie is the masked girl.
No, Ellie's the little girl. What are you talking about?
No, Ellie, like the next reset.
The roll.
Oh yeah, she's the masked woman.
Ellie nods. She says, I'll try to find. Are the other two okay? She's. What roles are they getting?
I don't know, but
I'm
they
not
better be
sure.
okay.
Hmm.
That's all right. We only have a few hours left. I'm not sure.
Is there anything else in the cathedral I can explore? So look around.
Yeah.
It must have been a secret for whoever that specter was that brought us here. It must be something more before we leave.
You've been to walk forward. You kind of walk. Balto, you're talking like yourself, but you are large and red.
Wait, why are you guys looking at me all weird?
You're large and red. You're higher. Like you're taller than well, you've been taller than Mike, but then you're like just regular person size now. Kind of walk forward and kind of just almost try to enter. As you're trying to enter, you just kind of just walk through where the blue light is beginning to spread. You just kind of walk through. You touch the blue light. Roll me a fortitude save.
Oh, I'm not good at these.
As you touch the blue light, envelops your hand.
No, I was gonna
Your hand.
sniff. I wasn't really gonna touch anything.
Oh, okay. Sniff them. Roll me perception.
Clicked it. Oh, that's initiative. That's why.
Yeah. You sniff. It is difficult to get a grasp on the smell. But you smell from this place ancient tomes.
Is there like a
Smell-
creak in the door somewhere or secret
creak in
room?
the door? Secret room? You can't sniff a secret room.
Well, I'm just using my perception now.
Well, you sniffed. Roll me another perception check. 28. Without entering, you can't tell. There's a feeling of wind coming through, but it's probably because of the ritual that she's doing.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
Any inscriptions on the walls to know or no?
There are a few. Yeah, there are a few. Yeah, on the altars, not on the pillars and like across the top of the wall. Do you speak giant?
I don't speak giant.
Can you read giant?
I cannot read giant either.
Then you don't know what they say. They are large inscriptions on the wall, and you can just kind of see that they, almost as if they were made with a large axe. There's indents and shifts and changes, and they look like really just scars on the wall. But in the positions that they are in, you can tell that it is a writing of some kind. You do recognize a little bit from like the doors that you saw before.
I
The doors that you
reach,
saw before.
reach into my pocket and pull out the sigil of the giant to see if it matches anywhere.
Yeah. You look. The sigil of the giant itself was a piece of art. However, there were letters on it, the sigil, and you can see that some of them do match. A couple. Specifically on the top, like very top. You can see that one or two of these markings match. However, it is difficult to find out what it says through context clues. But as you kind of see this happen and see all of this. Mike, what are you doing?
Me? There's really not much to do. Is the time is it? It's 10 o'clock around there.
Yeah, so at best you can swim, at best you can do a backflip or something, at best you can probably talk, try to clarify things, try to get things together. Otherwise, it's sitting and waiting.
I'm just gonna try to pass time and do some handstands, man. I'll do some
Well-
handstands, dude.
Mike, what should we do on the next reset?
Well, on the next reset, why are you worried about that? We'll figure it out. See,
She
I'm
says
the
that
mayor.
everyone's dead.
I'm the mayor. You're the warden. We got.
You're the new
we
leader
got-
of the group. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I'm the mayor. You're the warden. Like,
Oh.
so, we'll be good. We're gonna find each other. There's nobody around. Is she still there? Is Linda still there?
She's off like deeper into like the hall, like past through some like the
If we kill
past some of
Linda,
the statues and stuff. Yeah.
who's gonna be the new catalyst of this realm?
Well, that's easy. We'll make Carol could be it.
Alright, you make a good point.
Yeah, Carol. I think Carol's willing to. But yeah. So the plan for me as mayor is find people and capture the guy with the scar. The man with the scar is still there, so not everybody's dead. Because you get freedom for rolls, right?
Alright, you're right.
So all I got my task is just to capture this man with the scarred face, and then after that we can rally the crowd and I don't know, kill Linda. I guess that's the two goals that she gave, the two plans she made for us.
Let's see if there was anything else in the courtyard that belonged to the old warden that we could find.
Okay. Okay. Perception.
Yeah, I'll help you. I'll do a perception too.
You look around and try to find a few things. And Mike, as you kind of look and you actually look under. You see and you notice something. Under one of the large, hills of ice, you see a clear. No, you see a white, completely white stone, a gem of some kind. But it's broken, shattered. You just kind of see it over there. It is under a piece of chunk of ice.
Okay.
You grab it and just kind of look at it for a second. You don't quite know exactly what this is, but it'd be, good to give it to your wizard to actually identify eventually when
Yeah,
you see him again.
I'll put it in my pocket.
Okay, you put it in your pocket. Other than that, you find nothing of interest. Time begins to pass. And as time begins to pass, things begin to
Hey.
shift. You look up at the moon. You see the moon begins to hit its apex. As it hits its apex, you begin to see the stars begin to move and shift and change.
Oh, I make like a little small funeral pyre for Code Iron's body. While we do
Yeah.
that.
The pyre is easy to make. It's easy to do. And the stars begin to shift and change. The stars begin to grow and grow and grow until not the light from the stars, but you notice that these stars are not stars. They are large pieces of snow. And it begins to shift and the sky becomes completely white as the three of you, stand there alone. Everything becomes black. As three of you fall unconscious. And that's where we'll take our break. So, let's go back to the landing page.
All right.
And yeah,
Take a 15-minute break.
yeah, let's do like a 15-minute break.
All right.
Oh man.
Right. Okay. I'm just sectioning off these things. I have not edited our last like 2 sessions. I've just been lazy. But I need to do this. These last 3. So, okay. As you come back into it, first things first. Okay. I'll say this. Your scenes do not happen until after this break starts. Which means that we're going to roll hero points right now. Heads or tails?
Let's go always. Let's go. No, don't switch it.
So, 1 is heads, 2 is tails. It's tails.
Yes.
So, everyone except for Grant gets a hero point.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. As we do come back into it, and things are gone from bad to worse. We go to a black screen as again see all your maskers is moving. So the 2 of you wake up in complete blackness. Harold, Geralt. For a moment, you see nothing. There is the only feeling that you have is heat. Heat, fire, death, nothing. Can't feel your arms, can't feel your legs. The only thing that you can really even glimpse is a feeling of consciousness. Geralt, you had been unconscious for a little bit. You had been extremely, well, hurt. When you had been hurt, you felt something in your chest. A nagging, a freezing cold into your chest. With your rolls, 17, 3, and 2, and 3 again. You die. Would you like to do anything to stop that?
Can I use all my hero points?
Yes.
All right.
Geralt, as you feel yourself fading into nothingness, into the black unknown, you hear a voice deep from within you. You hear the sound, familiar one, familiar voice, speaking in a language you don't understand. A young man speaks into your ears. And while you don't understand the language, it is one of concern, one spoken word. And in your soul, you realize that this word means live. You feel a connection to this person. a history that you is unknown. It is something that is deep within you that you've forgotten one time or another. And as you kind of begin to think again, it dissipates into nothing. Harold, you were unconscious for a moment. But you open your eyes. As you open your eyes, you look around for just a second. And you realize that your arms, your fingers, are nothing more than charred black ashes. Your clothes, nothing. Everything gone. As you look around, you see that this entire place has been scorched, burned, destroyed. But as you kind of look, you see a hand on your chest. A hand connected to an arm, connected to nothing more than ashes. But on this set of ashes, you see a set of plate. One at the top where these ashes lay. This hand glows with a radiant glow. You've been protected from a single source, a small bit of damage. And you kind of look around with your eyes. You see from the top of this layered snow, the top of the edge of this palace, this throne room that has been torn asunder. The walls melting as if they are nothing more than just air. You see a creature dead on the top of the stairs. You see the golems shattered into pieces. You see the coffin in bright green flame, still on fire. You see this. And you kind of look around, and you cannot move, and you cannot scream. You hear a voice coming from this coffin. You hear, "I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. Did not mean. I'm sorry for being. I'm sorry." As you hear this very deep, gruff voice, Harold, you feel a shaking in your mind as the ice palace begins to melt and shift. The top of the roof gone, blown asunder, torn, melted, destroyed. You see, for the first time in a long time, you see the stars out. The stars out there in the sky. It reminds you of the times that you lived out in Liraleth. It reminds you of the times in which you roamed the place that you found yourself awoken in. As you look at these stars up in the sky, they make no sense. They make zero. They make no sense. Because these stars are not stars. You've seen real stars before. You've seen the constellations move and shift and change. You've seen the cosmos, the truth of it yourself. And these are not stars. These are false. But as you look at these stars out in the distance, and death soon coming on you, you see a single star above you, low and glow and radiant. But as you kind of see that single radiant star, you notice that the light from the star is shining down on you. A warmth comes down, and you feel, you remember something. You remember a name. You remember a single name. You remember. You remember Ciliana. A single name that you felt used to be so familiar. But as time passes and you ruminate, the moon begins to come into your vision. And at the top of the sun, at the top of its apex, those fake stars begin to grow in size. The sky becomes completely white. Everything becomes white as it shifts out into nothingness, and you close your eyes again. You fall unconscious. Geralt, you fall unconscious. As this happens, we bring everyone out to the things. First of all, just to give you a little thing. You blink once. You blink twice. Harold and Geralt, you find yourself standing in the same place you found yourselves before. In front of you, a cat. The others, you find yourselves, well, in fact, the difference is, Balto, you find yourself standing on top of a mountain. Looking down, you see that outpost, the one that Samuel had been in. And you look down at your fingers and your hands, and they are completely red. There's a voice in your head that kind of tells you, just you'll be fine.
Do I have different
Silence.
stat changes now?
I'll figure that out. As the sound of a fairy echoes in your ear, you look down at this outpost, and a single mission goes into your mind. Bread. Bread your influence. Can you please roll me a will saving throw?
Mm-hmm.
16. Okay. Next.
We're echoing.
Yeah. Next. You wake up in a bed, Mike.
Oh.
You look around for a second, and you look at the portrait on the wall. The sounds of wind and snow, sounds of frozen lake. Some of it frozen, some of it not. The splishing and splashing of some of the boats. You look at the portrait on the wall. It is a portrait of you, your father, your mother, standing in a cold and emotionless pose. Mike, please roll me a will saving throw.
Will saving. Perfect.
That is a 21. You look for a second, and you realize that you're a fetchling, and two people in this picture are humans. You're not quite sure unless, like, some funny business is going on. But soon enough, you remember everything. You remember the melted courtyard. You remember Linda. You remember the reset. You remember all of it. You begin to remember your mission. The one before in your mind that occupied it was protect your people. But now it is save your people.
That's right.
As this is happening, I'm going to have to ask all four of you to please roll me d20s. Just
That,
one.
that is perfect.
Damn it! Fuck. Shit. Nice.
Oh
Someone
wow.
join me.
I'm gonna use a hero point on
If you
that.
want to go for it. This is
Okay.
this is for scene order, by the way. That's all
Oh,
it's for.
okay. That's fine then.
Okay. So, Balto,
Yes.
you've woken up on this large frozen hill. As your senses come back and you just kind of come through and everything seems to just shift and change, you have your mission. It is to spread your influence. You want to change and shift. As you kind of just begin to walk forward, you hear the sounds of a very soft voice inside, like, hey, 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 hey. As you kind of turn around, you notice that there is an ice fairy next to you. She kind of looks over and she says, hey, hello, excuse me.
Yeah,
Hello?
yeah. Who are you? Who are you?
Who are you?
Me, look at my palms.
Yeah, you're not him. You're not the right one. Who are you?
I'm the warden, aren't I? Balto.
You see her close her eyes for a second. She looks at you for a moment. She's like, right, Balto. Sorry, I forgot. Sorry, yeah, no, you. Can you please, like, not be like that, please? And she's like, just kind of motions to all of you. Can you please not be your red self? You're not gonna be able to blend in like that. You know that, right?
I don't know how to transform.
Excuse me, say that again.
I don't know how to turn back.
But you've been the warden for years. What are you talking about?
What? What's going on?
Yeah. What are you talking about?
Where are
Come on.
we? Where are we?
What are you talking? We're on the edge.
Who are you? What's your
of
name?
the outpost? My name is Emma, you dumbass.
Emma.
Are you okay? We just had lunch. Are you okay? Was there something bad in that she kind of looks back for a second, and you look back as well, and you see that there is a corpse of a deer just half eaten. Was there something in that deer that kind of turned you weird? What happened? What's going on?
No. What are we currently trying to do right now? Sorry.
Well,
There must have been something wrong with that deer. I can't quite remember what's going on.
well, Big Sis told us to just go through, spread your thingy, your black smoke thing, and just kind of, make sure that you can just, in case those pesky people come again, and you can just, slit their throats and murder them. Are you okay?
Black smoke thing?
Yeah, the one that you like breathe into people, and you can just like, just take over who they are and stuff like that. You don't remember? Are you okay? Like, we just We literally just, and she kind of turned back for a second. Behind the corpse of the deer is a corpse of a person. We just like did that like right now, just like been like less than 30 minutes since we did that.
Corpse of a person, and I look at the person. Is it
It is a hunter of some kind. The face
just a
has been
random
mauled.
person? Alright.
Yeah. Unless you want to go over there and investigate it.
Alright, I'll try to use my nose and see if I recognize the scent of this person.
You use your nose. Roll me a perception check. You have a +2 circumstance bonus. Your nose is bigger now. You sniff. It's not a very familiar smell.
And sorry, Emma. It feels like this whole new reset has gotten me off. How do I transform?
Her eyes kind of shift for a second. Reset. I thought, didn't that happen like yesterday? Wait. She just kind of she floats in the air for a couple of seconds. Oh, right. You notice that her eyes kind of glaze over for a moment. They come back. Yeah. I got it. Okay, so all you have to do is just kind of just breathe in and clench your butthole and just breathe out again. And just think, I want to be regular.
Alright.
you do that, and you just kind of think, just regular again, and you just exhale, and you begin to feel the shift of everything change. You lose height, you lose weight, you lose strength, and you kind of just come back down to earth. You feel yourself closer to hell than ever you felt before, as you kind of just open your eyes. Roll me a will saving throw.
Will saving throw.
You look at your fur. It's still red, but you've grown to your regular size now.
Interesting
looks at
new
you for a
color
second.
blend.
She looks at you for a second and says, "Can you like turn back to like, your original form? I think you just kind of half-assed it."
This is me.
You're just a smaller version of what was before.
It's fine. Don't worry about it. No one will judge.
I'm pretty sure if there's like those intruders that have seen you before and you've murdered them before, they're gonna attack you,
Intruders that's seen me before.
Yeah, the intruders, obviously the ones that we're trying to kill and make sure that they don't give the sacrifices. Blah.
Sacrifices?
Yeah, the sacrifices. What's
Where
wrong with you? Are you okay?
are we headed?
To the outpost to spread your influence so that we can actually have a good vantage point of things to happen soon? Obviously.
And this form won't cut it.
I mean, you're just literally a smaller version of yourself. You're a small Redford dog. You were a big Redford wolf, and now you're a small Redford dog. So it's like, I don't know.
I guess I'll try to transform into something else.
Okay.
And I try to turn into that hunter, I guess. I don't know. Or I can't think of anyone. Because I never met the warden, right? So
No, you never.
yeah, so I don't know how the warden looks.
You never met the warden. You try again. The same exact process. Nothing changes. You still look the same. And she kind of looks at you for a second. She's kind of just says, she looks up at the sky and she kind of sees the sun. Is like, oh, well, we're late now. Well, if you can't figure it out, we just gotta go in like this. Here, go take his cloak. Just go take his shit. Just go take it.
All
We'll
right.
just say
All
like
right.
you're some new intruder or something, you know?
Well, once I speak, they might know who I am.
Uh-huh. Yeah, sure. And she kind of walks over. She kind of flies over to uh the um the cloak, and she kind of pulls it out. And she says, "Here." And she kind of tosses it to you. And as she tosses it to you, you just kind of grab it for a second, and it is just soaked in blood. And she's just like impersonate someone that's super injured. They probably let you into the medicine place. Remember, that's our first target. You gotta infect the doctor because he sees everybody. So come on, come on, come on, come on, come on.
Infect the doctor? Oh man. Am I the warden or am I the red wolf? I think I'm just the red wolf. All right. Emma, do you know where Linda is?
Who?
Never mind.
Hmm.
Let's go.
Okay, yeah. You're kind of weird right now. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. All right, let's go. As the two of you make your way down the steps on the hill, kind of continue forward. Eventually, you do. Oh, has this not been activated this whole time? God damn it! Must be here. Anyways, we kind of come back down into the wall as you kind of just come over here. As you kind of come to the edge of this outpost and kind of come down Balto with your little fairy in tow. She kind of flies to you and she kind of flies into your little bag and she kind of just hides in there for a second. And you just hear this voice in your head. Okay, so just infiltrate, spread your influence, and we get the fuck out of here, okay?
I feel like I'm supposed to be on a different mission. I don't know what this spreading the influence will do to help me. But all right.
It's to help protect the intruders, dummy. Oh, no, no, he's talking. He's coming. He's coming. You see a person walk up to you. You recognize him. It is the guard it's the man that stopped you before. He kind of walks over towards you and just kind of says, "Halt." He looks you up and down for a second. You're currently covered in a cloak that's a little bit blood soaked. He says, "Are you okay? What happened?"
It's just a little trouble. Don't worry about it. It was Anchor, right?
Yeah. How do you know my name?
We've actually met before. This isn't our first time meeting. I'm just under the weather today.
He looks at you for a second and you just kind of just. You've had your like hood on this time. You just take it off.
No, I keep the hood on a little bit.
He says,
Cover my red fur.
I don't recognize your face. Can you please take the hood off?
I'm feeling very under the weather today, Anchor. But
You are covered in blood, my friend.
all right. The blood may have stained me a little bit as I take my hood off.
Roll deception.
Fuck, I suck at these. Uh,
8. You take off the hood and he looks at you for a moment. A bit of confusion on his face. He looks at you. Says, "You are very red."
That's just what happens to Shoonies when they're under the weather. The fur changes.
Mm. Mm, mm, mm. Do you happen to have a relative that's been lost here before, or an older brother that has existed in this place?
Yeah.
Okay. You looked familiar. I see. I remember you. Well, you look like you may be injured. I'm gonna take you to Samuel. Come, follow.
All right, sounds good.
He starts leading you into the actual outpost. As he leads you into the outpost, and some time does pass, we're gonna shift scenes because these are gonna be just bang, bang, bang. We're just gonna try to go through them all. The person that rolled before, Geralt and Harold, you guys are gonna go next. Sorry, Mike, you're last. Actually, no, because Geralt and Harold are together. I'm just gonna make Mike go next. It was actually just between Balto and Mike, honestly.
Oh, okay.
Actually, no. Fuck it. Never mind.
Oh.
Harold and Girls. They haven't had a scene in a while. I just remembered that we had this whole scene before. Okay. Sorry. Wrong place. Wait. Okay. The two of you wake up and you're kind of looking, and your eyes have been closed. The last thing you remember is death, and then a fraction of something that reminded you of some place. But as the two of you just kind of stand there for a second, you notice that there's a cat standing in front of the both of you.
Oh my goodness.
A cat with a motive, perhaps.
Forgot
cat?
his name.
That exists.
Cat. Scree! Oh my gosh. Scree. Are you there, Scree? Hello?
He's standing there for a moment.
Harold, it's Scree.
Who?
It's the cat. It's Scree. Scree,
Yes.
we almost did it. We almost did it, Scree. We're sorry. You didn't tell us. You didn't tell us how to do the ritual to bring you back. We didn't know there was a ritual. All right.
He turns towards the two of you, and you see in his eyes they are completely and utterly pale.
Oh my goodness.
I look at Scree and I say, "Do you remember us?"
Hello.
I died, didn't I?
Yep.
Do you remember us, though?
You didn't bring me back.
Because
Well,
you didn't tell us the ritual.
you
We didn't
you
know.
didn't tell us how to bring you back.
I am now on my... I am on my 9th life. The final piece for me. You see him just sit down onto the snow. This is it. I'm going to die.
No, you're not.
The last life has been spent.
You won't die if you tell us how to bring you back.
No.
There's no more blessing.
It's
Oh.
the blessing, Harold. Like the 9 lives, like a cat. It's
Ah,
yeah. He's on his last life.
nice.
Well, we need to get that vial of fire, actually, not poison. I'm sure you've seen what it was. How come you didn't tell us what it was? Oh, no, you said you didn't know. Well, that vial is ever burning fire.
Whoa. I move Harold. No, not Harold. Geralt. And I whisper to him. I say, don't you think you're telling him a little too much?
It doesn't matter. We're gonna get everyone out. He deserves to know what he's been delivering.
Does okay. Alright, we'll do it. I feel like this might backfire. But okay.
But anyways, we're gonna need that again. This time we know what to do.
He reaches into his pouch, grabs it, and just tosses it to you two. Just
Whoa,
onto the-
whoa,
onto the
whoa,
snow.
Oh, be careful. buddy.
He just tosses it very carelessly. He's like, just take it. I was on my 7th life when I met all of you.
Oh gosh.
It took me another life to bring me back. Without the ritual, I'd meant to tell you. But I didn't, so that is my fault. But I'm just a mortal now.
You're just
My-
a cat with the motive.
To survive. It's always been what I wanted to do, was survive. Can the two of you, please? I will accompany you as far as I can. But please leave me alone for the rest of this hero's journey you're on. Please.
Alrighty. You'll stay in the outposts. Let's get going. Onwards to the castle. Come on. I whip the oxens.
Yeah, the oxens just apparate into existence, and you just kind of walk over them. Ah! And you continue forward. As you continue forward, you begin to kind of make your way. And as you kind of make your way, time passes. As time does pass, we go to our other friend, our other individual. We go to Mike.
Hello.
Mike, you have woken up. You've kind of gone along, and he's kind of woken up to go downstairs and just kind of just, you know where the food is. You know where a lot of the things are. You know what you're supposed to be doing throughout the day. But past all that, you remember everything. And you realize that, fuck, what are you supposed to be doing? Is the question.
Me? I am supposed to be gathering the town people and looking for the man. My tasks were to. Let me see. Gain strength, capture the man with the scar, and rally them. So, I don't know what gaining strength means.
You go down the stairs and you kind of walk outside, and the names of the people begin to go into your mind. The fisherman that you remember, the tavern that you've been before. Everything comes back to you. You remember that Salazar is supposed to be in this place. But now that Salazar, and that you are where Salazar stood, you remember specifically that there were a few citizens that you wanted to maybe recruit. James existed. Perhaps he's here again. The tavern owner existed. Perhaps he's here. There's a few fishermen, a few traders, and you remember specifically that Linda was also on the ice. As you're kind of thinking for a moment, thinking for a second, a young woman walks up to you. She's not super tall, but you notice that she has a cut, a little bit of a sharp ear, a little bit similar to you. As you kind of look at her for a second and you realize that you recognize her. She had been inside the tavern once, as you just kind of see Cinder walk up to you
Cinder!
for a moment. She walks up to you and she just kind of says, "What's up?" And she kind of just punches you on the shoulder. Where are the supplies for the travelers? Are they still in the warehouse?
Travelers? The warehouse?
The supplies.
How many? Oh, supplies.
Supplies, yes, the supplies. You okay?
Let's
You
go
look-
check a look. I'm sorry, just been a long night.
Long night? You went to sleep at 7, my friend.
I normally sleep at 6.
Oh, sure, fair enough. That's true. Oh, come on. And she kind of walks over towards the mills and the warehouses. You better make your way over, and she kind of leads you to a place. She kind of walks forward ahead of you for a second. And you kind of make your way towards where the mills and kind of the places are, the warehouses. And you kind of walk over, and you see that there are a couple of groups of people kind of walking around. You recognize a few. You see a couple of individuals.
Thanks for the
see
like, Melina.
A man with sharp eyes. You see another with very thin eyebrows. You see another person with a scar on his face with purple skin.
Oh.
You see another one with a sword, kind of walking around with a blue, looks to be small battle dress. You see another person with a lance, and you see a few people that definitely do not belong here. And from deep inside you, you feel that these people are not your people. There's something
Oh,
different about them. Changed. You're not quite sure.
is-
Cinder had a small feeling of it, but the rest of these people just do not seem to belong here. Although there's no really hostile feelings, it's more kind of like a something unrecognizable, something weird. But as you kind of walk forward, you just see Cinder just kind of walk over. She kind of hops and kind of skips along. She says, "Got him! All right, he can tell us. All right, come on, come on, come on. Tell us exactly which one." As you kind of walk forward and kind of look towards these people, some of the people look at you for a second, and they just give you no mind. However, the man with the scar kind of looks over you, the one with the purple skin, and he looks over you for a moment, and there's a bit of confusion on his face.
seems to be the problem.
You see Saven look at you for a moment. He says, There's no problem, I think. There's no problem at all." He kind of turns and he just kind of begins to walk to the warehouse. You see Cinder kind of walk up towards you, and she says, "All right, which buildings?" And she kind of looks at all of the buildings in front of you, the warehouses of where you assume to have supplies in them.
Let's. Have we checked? Which ones have we checked?
Checked? What are you talking about? Which ones are ours?
Aren't they all ours?
Are you donating all of the supplies to us? We won't refuse.
No, no, no.
Which one are ours? The travelers. Are you okay? There's a moment in which you just kind of think for a second. Roll me another will saving throw. 16. You remember letting it kind of wash over you. You hear Salazar's voice in your mind as if it's a part of your own consciousness. Two of the warehouses are theirs. The ones closest to you, and the other ones are your people's warehouses. They should not touch those. They should not even look at them.
The one closest to me and what?
The two closest warehouses are the ones that you've decided to give to the travelers, the intruders in your city.
Oh, then I snap out of it and I go, "Oh yes, Cinder, it's these two right here."
You point at them, she just kind of nods for a second. It's like, okay, well, sure, fine. All right, fine. Boys, it's this one. Make sure to, well, protect it from the blizzard. I've heard that there's going to be one coming soon. You see some of them nod for a second, and they begin to move forward. All of them begin to move forward, and as you kind of begin to move forward, you see Saven kind of standing at you and look at you in confusion for a second. But eventually he turns and kind of continues downwards towards the help to the warehouses. Mike, again, in your head. Protect your people.
Mm-hmm. Mm-mm.
Protect your people.
No.
Protect them.
Snap out of it. Is there some sort of log that I can check back at the mayor's house?
Like a
It's
diary or something. Yeah,
a
sure.
diary or something, just so I can get the ball rolling.
Yeah, sure. You make your way back to the village and you kind of make your way along the path. Just kind of make your way back and just kind of leave all the travelers so they're doing their own things. You go back into the house, kind of open the door. You go back up to your room and you check one of the diaries that are there. In front of you is a few pieces of paper. One of them specifically is a contract in which the fishermen the deeds and things like that. The timing contracts in which they have negotiated with you to fish on the lake. You see that first of all. You see a few names. You see Darren, Darian, Darren, David. You see a bunch of the dwarves, and then you see Linda's name on there as well. You see another log as you see like a few pages of paper where there is a agreement with the tavern owner to forward any travelers to one of the rooms in his tavern to scan for any danger that seems to be afoot. You see an agreement between the tavern owner and yourself that any dangerous travelers are to be put down by James. Although the paper is old and weathered, signed by yourself. But you remember again that this piece of paper was even enforced during your father's time.
Anything else I can make of?
Yeah, roll a perception.
Of course.
You remember a few other details. You remember that sending many of the travelers, well, the travelers themselves are traveling to the other outpost to try and figure out, well, try and gather themselves before the next reset. It is a difficult journey. It is one that usually you definitely are not supposed to go on because your people are here. You remember again that there is a specific note given by somebody. You're not quite sure. But scrawled and written in what looks to be playful font. Find a successor. A traveler which has the disposition to become the new one. And you kind of look at these pages, look at these things, and for a second, you remember the face of your father. His kind demeanor, his thick arms, his musculature. And you remember something else. You remember his murder. You remember the death of your father at the hands of some of these travelers. You remember specifically. You remember. You remember all of it. You are. Who are you? As that happens, and you begin to just think for a second, we're going to shift scenes again. As we shift scenes again, two of you find yourselves at the edge of the walled outpost. You begin to make your way along the path, and as you kind of go through, you find yourselves eventually at the very corner of the outpost. Kind of make your way along the path, and as time begins to pass a little, the two of you, Geralt and Harold, and Screeze, make your way to the edge of the far wall. You see the guard in front of you, standing there, his arms crossed, kind of just breathing out puffs of cold air, puffs of warm, as he looks at the cart, looks at the three of you. He just kind of nods for a second, says, "All of you, Salt, please stop." As the oxen stop, he walks over towards the three of you and just kind of says, Again, looking at Screez. Screez just kind of looks at the both of you first and just kind of nods and says again. The guard kind of just a little bit looking at the two of you closely. He lets you in. We go to a different scene. Balto, you're led into the city. Into the city you kind of led into. Angkor has kind of dropped you off and gone back to the far wall. As you kind of make your way back to where the houses were, and just kind of into the edge of where Samuel was, you walk up towards the door, up the stairs, and in front of you is a large wooden door, one that you've entered before. Balto, roll me a will saving throw. 13. Would you like to reroll that? $16. Meets beats. You knock on the door for
Nice.
a second. As you knock on the door, you just kind of hear a whisper from your bag. When you go in, close the door, stab him. You'll handle the rest.
What? No.
Whisper from your bag.
No, I'm not gonna do that. What the fuck?
The whisper from your
Oh
bag
my
happens, and you
God.
kind of just kind of like, wait, what the? And you kind of just kind of walk. You hear the door open. You see Samuel look down at you and say, "Oh, you're back. Perfect. Come in." And he just
Wait,
kind of
Samuel, do you remember me?
he closes it and he says, "Yeah, of course. You're the warden, right?"
The Yeah, I guess I am the warden.
Yeah. Well, and he kind of walks over to one of the cupboards and kind of just opens the cupboard and just kind of pulls out a box. In the back of your mind, you just kind of hear,
No, shut up.
and you just kind of as you just kind of see the Samuel kind of walk over and he says, the, he kind of pulls out the stone. It's a large white stone. It's a large red stone. And you recognize the shape. It is the same shape as the stone that Mike had picked up right before that all happened. The Aeon stone is not working anymore. Do you have any replacements?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Stab him, stab him, stab him, stab him, stab him, stab
What
him.
is the Aeon Stone for?
To heal people? What are you talking about?
Oh. Have you seen Linda anywhere?
He looks at you for a second and he says, Linda.
Blue giant.
Oh, you mean the
Comes
giant?
around here sometimes to drink
A
at the
long
bar.
time ago, perhaps. She's not been here for a while. She fishes. Anyways, I need the replacement because the stone is beginning to. He kind of shows you the stone. It's cracked in the middle. Any further uses of this will shatter. Have you found any from any travelers that have come by recently, or no?
One of my companions have one of those stones. A white one, actually.
Companions? What are you talking about?
One of my followers. Sorry.
Oh, one of your spread. I see.
Yes.
Tell them to bring it in, please, so that we can use it to heal enough people.
All right.
Yeah.
Samuel, would you be able to... What if I told you that this is the last reset that's going to happen?
He looks at you for a second. He's just kind of in confusion. He says, "What are you talking about, my lord?"
Samuel, I tell you this because I trust you.
I'm
Doors
quite
are
sure we've
closed.
had a long history.
gonna stop the reset. This is gonna be the final one. I need you to assist in evacuating the town by the next coming week.
A look of confusion on his face. And he just kind of looks at you for a second. Are you alright? Are you okay?
Speak the truth.
I thought we came to this reflection to get away, not to do anything else.
But the
What are you talking about?
possibilities outside are now. There's unbelievable possibilities that we can obtain outside now.
He looked at you for a second, Balto. And you see him blink his eyes for a couple moments. Roll me diplomacy.
Shit. Do I have like a unknown circumstance bonus to it?
Nope. 10.
Yeah, I'm horrible at convincing people too.
Please bring your follower with the Aeon Stone as soon as you can. That'd be very useful to continue my role here. He kind of turns back around. Oh, right. There is another problem.
Intruders?
No. Well, yes. There's an elf going around asking questions.
Where's this elf at?
I've heard from the others. This elf is wandering around. Last I heard, he'd been heading back to the other outpost, but he could be still skulking around. Just be careful. If you die, then this reset is absolutely worthless. So, careful.
All right.
Who are you infecting next? What citizen?
That is for me to know and for you to find out. I'm taking my leave now.
Just a complete look of befuddlement on his face. As in the back of your head, you just kind of hear, "Stab him, what are you doing?
No,
It's been here long enough."
he still has good influence here. What do you mean?
What are you talking? Just stab him. And you just kind of just turn around and you kind of leave. As you kind of leave, just kind of just end up exiting the room. You just see the fairy go up from your bag and she looks at you for a second. She says, "Excuse me, that was very weird."
I'm trying. What if we don't have to spread for this reset? What if we just do it on our own?
What are you talking about?
What if we're done with the reset? What if we're done resetting things? What if
I don't. What are you? You know that we worked all this time. I know he's your friend. I know you've been his friend for a while, but he's been playing his role very good, and he's finally incorporated all of the frost into him. So just stab him. Just spread it, so he can become you. It's just an insurance policy. What are you doing?
just trying to do things different this time, Emma, okay?
Do things different? You see her just kind of look at you for a moment, and she kind of just.
Would you trust me if I told you that I have a solution to stop all this and to set things right?
Thought you came here to hide. Continue the dream.
I'm done hiding. After what happened last reset, I'm done with it all.
Okay. That's fine. I'll see you at the end then.
Are you with me on this or no?
She starts floating upwards and she says, This is the only place I can exist.
But what if we could do it differently? What if we could close it?
Flying
No.
upwards,
No.
Just-
Emma, come back. No.
and she leaves. Comes a piece of snow and just floats along the wind. As this is happening, Harold and Geralt, you make your way into the city. It's gonna make your way into the city, and Scree's just kind of just still on the oxen cart. He just kind of looks at the two of you and he says, "You have the poison. You have the oxen. I'm going to stay here in the tavern, drink myself, hopefully not to death, and that'll be it, right?"
We got this time. Harold and I, we got this figured out.
Yeah. Round 2 with the warden.
This time we know what to do. We're just gonna find everyone and then do the same thing. I think we'll be fine.
But better. Plan A.
Exactly.
Plan A, but better.
I
Screez
wonder
just
where-
kind of hops off for a second. He says, "Good luck. I hope the next time we wake up, we'll find something better."
The next time we wake up, we'll be in South Camp. Scree. Don't worry about that.
Where?
Oh, there's a camp
They named
outside
it.
this.
They named it South Camp. What kind of stupid name is that?
That's
You'll
what
s-
I said.
You'll see. It's pretty magical. All right.
Is it? Wait, is it located in the south or is it like a northern side and you just name it South Camp, like ironically?
It's south of Borg Bowl. South of Borg Bowl.
Oh, so it is just a very stupid name.
Yes.
Whatever. And he just kind of just turns and walks away, heading towards where the tavern is. The two of you, now on top of your oxen, what are you doing?
Should we stop somewhere?
Where are we exactly?
You guys are like in the middle of the far wall outpost, so the second one where you guys escaped, if you remember that.
Yeah.
And it's kind of, you know, considering things to do and things. So can I have both of you roll perception checks for me?
Okay. Yes, I would like to do that. We need to find our friends. Where the hell did Cozy J go?
13.
Oh. Here.
18. Geralt, you look around and just kind of think about like, okay, looking for your friends, scanning for your friends. You see no one you recognize.
God damn it.
Harold, you look around for a second and you just kind of look and look and look until you see a small figure, the same size as another figure that you recognize. However, this figure's cloak is covered in red splotches and blood. They seem to be carefully walking along the river, as if the cold hurt their own feet. You see this person kind of just walking along, exiting from one of the sides of the buildings, far off in the distance, specifically where the place that Sid had been at one time.
Sid.
I tell
Where's-
Geralt to follow me, and I head towards that area.
Wait, let's park the oxens here then.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm not gonna go anywhere anyways.
Hopefully they don't.
No, because they're on a schedule or something.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You get off the oxen, you kind of park them somewhere, and you kind of begin to walk forward. You go towards the area in which Sid had been at one time. As you kind of walk towards this area, you see the figure that you noticed before, kind of just walking towards each other. Balto, you see two people that you recognize.
Oh my gosh.
Who the fuck is this guy?
Wait, Harold, isn't that Balto? Did he get the hobo
No,
role?
no.
No?
Balto doesn't have red fur. That's an imposter.
Doesn't it just look like blood?
Not the
Is it?
fur.
Oh,
But
not
right
the
now,
fur?
I'm pretty sure that Balto, you have your hood on, correct?
Well,
If he's
let's
here.
Let's
Yeah,
go.
yeah. I have my. Oh wait, no. I took down my hood already.
Let's go
I'm just a
confront.
red dog walking around.
It's just a red dog.
I tell girl, it has red fur, it has blood on its cloak. What does that sound like?
Maybe he killed the dude by himself. He has a freaking gun.
Oh, he has a red fur. Okay, let's slowly approach him.
All right, sure.
The
We
three
kinda
of you.
I walk fast.
The three of you walk forward. It's kind of been a walk forward. The three of you end up about 6 to probably almost 10 feet away from each other. You recognize each other. To you two, Geralt and Harold, Balto stands regular size, but his fur is completely red. Whereas white fur is a lighter shade of red, but the rest of it is crimson, very reminiscent of the creature that you had slain many times. Balto, in front of you are two people that you have not seen in a long time.
Who are you?
Is that who I think it is? It's like glance and sniff the air. It's Harold and Geralt, right?
Yes, you
That's
smell the
Sniff.
distinct smell of hobo stink and
Ah.
and old oil.
Oh,
That's
thank
Sniff.
goodness.
It
As
must be
I
the
go up to hug them, I heard you two perished in the last reset. No.
How
What?
do we know you're not
We
a
won.
wolf? We won. Yeah, we won.
We won.
What?
We kicked his ass. What do you mean?
We know how to kill the warden. We throw this inside this poison. It's actually an internal burning flame.
It's not a poison.
It's
It's a special type of fire.
No,
Exactly.
there's something I have to tell you guys.
What?
Come here. And then, as I huddle you two.
Harold.
I lean
I
closer.
think you're right, Harold.
No. In the last reset, what was the last thing you guys remembered?
Dying.
A
we
giant
beat
explosion of green flames.
We beat
Exactly.
the warden. What do you mean? We didn't die.
When
We
you guys
arrested.
when you guys defeated the warden,
Sorry.
you guys set off a chain of events that ended up with killing every single one of the previous roles.
What?
Yes.
What do you mean?
There are new roles now.
Explain it to me in hobo terms.
You killed the old warden. There's a new warden. You killed
Okay,
killing
we
the
just
old
killed
warden.
the new warden, right?
We'll kill the new warden.
Chain
Yeah, we just killed
reaction
the new
and
warden.
killed the woman in the mask. Woman in the mask is dead. Chain reaction killed the mayor. The mayor's
Oh.
dead.
Oh
Doesn't,
no.
Wait, doesn't that mean Sid's dead? Harold, Sid's dead.
That's
I don't know. I haven't seen Sid. But I
No.
have to tell you
But
guys,
how-
I had to
why
do
would Sid
something
be
in order
dead?
to save everyone's life.
Wasn't he friends with Cold Iron? He was in love with her.
Holy, was he in
I
love
don't
with Cold
remember that.
Iron? What?
I don't remember that part.
Yeah, I
think
mean
so,
neither.
right?
I thought he was in love with
No,
Lydia.
Cold Iron just wanted to see Sid. I don't
Or
know.
Linda.
The love.
Anyways,
Gosh.
if you remember specifically in the scene earlier, there was a hand that belonged to a certain somebody that belonged to a certain top plate armor that had only a top plate armor. Didn't remember? He didn't have any legs.
Yeah.
Remember the one that protected you and survived?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was my best friend. He's alive, right?
Yeah, let's say that. Yeah.
He's just napping. He's just napping for a long time.
If Sid came with Cold Iron, I think Balto, you said Cold Iron's dead, correct?
Cold Iron's gone.
Then I think your friend Sid is dead too.
No. He's just sleeping.
Okay.
But I have an
Let's go find him.
important piece of information.
What, Balto?
I know who the new warden is.
Okay, cool.
And I
Let's
know
kill
who
him.
the new woman in the mask is. And
Even
I know
better.
who the new mayor is.
Oh, you are so reliable in times like these, Balto. I'm so
Exactly,
glad I
Balto.
have
We
you
know what
here.
to do now. We could just
Tell us whose ass we must kill.
The new mayor is Mike Hawk.
Okay.
We know where to
The
find
Yes,
new
thank you.
woman in the mask is Ellie.
Perfect. We
Okay.
know where everyone is.
Okay, now just tell us who we have to kill.
The new
Exactly.
warden is me. I'm the new
Oh.
warden.
Take out the potion. Take out the potion.
Wait,
Not
but
yet, Aaron,
I'm still
wait.
Balto. I'm still just Balto.
You're Balto, right?
Are you
Yes.
sure you don't have
I don't know.
some
people,
kind of?
people told us they're other
Ask
people
me
before they-
anything, and I can answer you to let you know I'm still the same Balto.
What is your safe word? I know I overheard it. What is your safe word?
It's bend over.
I look at Girl.
Okay.
I take him back for a second. I whisper to him, "What if he turns? Will he still be Balto? Those other people who turned, they attacked us."
I don't know.
What do you mean turned? What do you mean turned?
What? When'd you get here?
What are you doing?
I've good ears. I'm a dog. What are you talking about?
That dog's dead.
Okay.
Bad boy.
Hmm.
So since you overheard our whole conversation, since you're eavesdropping, how do we know you won't turn on us when can you turn into a big bad wolf?
My first red, but I don't know. I turned back into me, but I don't know how to turn back into the big bad wolf.
Wait, how does that work?
I don't know.
Don't you just use the same way you turned into you to turn back into him?
I don't know. I haven't tried it.
We probably shouldn't try it here if we're gonna do that.
And if you do, ready that potion.
So then, if you're the warden, who's protecting the source? Where's this? Aren't you the source? Or
I'm not the source. Linda's
Hey.
father's the source. The corpse.
Linda's
corpse
father.
is the source. Linda
What?
is a catalyst
What?
that can channel the corpse.
Well, where's her father's corpse?
Ah,
You're
As I
asking him.
think of a knowledge roll to see if I remember where her corpse is.
It's
call
in the
knowledge.
fucking
We call
coffin.
knowledge- we
Oh,
call
it's
knowledge.
oh yeah, it's in the coffin. It's in the coffin in the it's in the
Coffin?
coffin in the room.
that's
The
what the
coffin, the
manticore.
Wasn't the manticore guarding the coffin?
He was.
Who?
So we need to find
I'm
Mike.
Lord.
We can do
Who?
one of three things. We can either. Oh, and Linda also told me that this is the final reset. No matter what, this whole realm is gonna implode on itself.
What?
Then we need to get all the
It-
travelers.
Wait, is there a way to
Just-
stop it?
We can kill Linda, and one of us claim the source for itself, and close it like that. Or we
It's
can
for the
save
greater
everyone in
good.
the city and exit the realm by evacuating the whole city. We all have hearthstones that can be channeled through the source itself, right?
Yes,
not-
but not all. I don't. Some travelers may have lost their heartstones. We don't
But-
know.
The townspeople can't leave with us, though.
Yeah, they can.
Also. They're
So
going
the
to
only
die
solution-
no matter what.
The travelers would be safe, but not the people inside.
People
The
inside would
actual
be doomed.
citizens.
Yeah.
Well,
What if there was
we'll
a
cross
way?
that road when it comes. For now, it seems like the only way to save everybody is to kill Linda.
Kill. But someone would have to claim the source. I thought we were here just to close it. I'm against claiming.
You're against claiming it, but
Don't
think
we have to
about this.
claim it to close it?
Yeah.
Isn't there a way to close it without claiming it? That's
Well, the thing is that you could claim it and then leave, can't you? Isn't that what Scree did?
yeah. You would get a blessing apparently.
Yes. So
All right.
one of us just claims it, and then this realm will be safe. Correct?
Well, we know
We
where Linda
claim
is
it.
then.
We claim it and then we close it, right?
Yes.
So, for some reason, the source's power doesn't make. I mean, how's
If
if we kill Linda?
okay,
Will we? Is something supposed to happen for us to become the new catalyst from it?
Well, first,
couldn't
let's
we,
set one thing straight. According to what you said, we technically don't have to kill Linda. We just have to kill her father's corpse, right?
If we
We
kill
just
her
have to
father's
do that.
corpse, it'll channel Linda into remembering everything and her ability into into setting the reset again. So it's better to
Okay,
not.
so you want us to kill Linda?
So if we kill Linda before then, then the source's power won't be able to be channeled by her, thus allowing one of us to claim it.
Okay. Okay.
But we would need to draw Linda to the castle. Because
Or I
the
mean,
only
even if
way.
Don't you guys
If
have
I
Sid?
remember-
Sid's her love or something, right?
No,
She has an
No, but,
emotional
Sid-
attachment to Sid.
Sid,
That's why
Sid-
we've kept him
Sid
close
was
with us
with
this whole time.
No,
Sid's
no.
always with my cock though. Should have been.
Wait, I'm so confused now. You guys are confused. me.
The reason why
Wait,
we
wait,
know
oh.
Sid is because Linda has an emotional connection to him, and we were told to protect him at all times. That's what you guys
Yeah.
did, right?
So let's
But
let's
that was
go
just
wake
the
up.
role. Oh gosh.
Let's go.
Was it
wake up-
because of her
No,
memories that she had as Emily that she
Yes,
loved Sid because of
yes.
that?
Sid was
Oh,
in love with
no.
this person named June. I believe June.
Well, let's go. Let's go find my cock.
Wait, Sid loved
Let's
June,
go.
but Emily loves Sid.
don't
Linda has the
know.
memories of Emily, so
Gosh.
Well, it sounds like
I'm
it sounds
so
like Sid's
fucking
in the middle of it.
confused.
Well, for now, let's go get
I
my
hate
cock
love
instead.
triangles.
Before we okay, look. If we're going to kill Linda, we need to lure her near the corpse so that we can claim the source when the source activates.
I have more information. I know Kosi J's headed to the outpost where Linda fishes. So we need to find Mike Hawk and we need to head over there.
Okay, so then you can use your influence to bring everyone to the castle, right? Right.
In order to use my influence, I have to kill the person and
Oh,
spit a black smoke
Oh.
into them.
well,
And I refuse to kill people here.
Okay, well, we need to figure out a way to lure Linda to the castle. We'll figure it out. We can't take the oxens, by the way. They only go
first
one
we
direction.
we must find my cock.
Well,
First step.
He's the mayor. He's in the.
He's the mayor.
first
He's in the
outpost.
first outpost already, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
So we head there because we know he's
Yeah.
there.
but wait, Harold, don't you want to see if Sid's locked up in the cell here?
oh right, my cock's now with he's
Don't
a
you-
mayor now, huh? He's
Don't
no
you want
longer
to
a
see
prisoner.
if Sid's still here or not?
Yes,
All
let's
right,
go.
let's go.
I'll go
I
myself.
agree with that.
I'll
No,
go.
no, bring Harold. Bring the freaking warden. He's the warden. Just bring.
I'm the
Oh,
warden.
right.
Walter. Yeah, let's go
Yeah,
check out.
alright.
Let's check
Let's all
it out.
go.
All right, we go to the cells.
Okay.
We're off to see the wizard.
You walk towards the the guard kind of like building. Walking over there, you go to the front of the door, and you kind of just get stopped for a second. It's like, you can't go in there.
Balto. I mean,
Ah.
warden, sir.
Monster.
Hello, it is I, the warden. Let us through. Looking for a prisoner to question.
He looks at you for a second, and you just kind of just. You're both a lot smaller than I remember.
Do you want to see my true form?
Wait, what?
I'm just trying to scare him. Shut up.
Roll me intimidation.
Oh gosh.
Roll me intimidation.
Oh, well.
19. He looks at you for a second. He just kind of says, "You just shrug your shoulders." Go ahead.
All right, go find him. I don't know where Sid could be here.
I've never been to
Wait,
this prison either.
I know Sid's smell. Let me sniff the air real quick. And
Perception.
okay.
18. You begin to make your way, and you kind of just.
It's in my bloodhound heritage. Where the hell's that?
It's a critical success whenever you sniff on people. You don't smell Sid anywhere.
Sid's not in here.
He must be at a different prison.
I guess. Alrighty.
Oh wait, that's the wrong information.
Yeah, yeah.
Hold on, hold on,
You-
hold on, hold on.
you send. Yeah, you find out the company stock price. Your
Yeah,
special.
sorry. I was doing homework
You open a Bloomberg terminal and you outside the game and try to figure out the stock prices of the NYSE. Anyways, you don't smell Sid.
Sid's not here.
How about we ask the prisoners then, or not prisoners, the jail keepers. They must know where Sid is.
You see a few people sitting around along some of the tables. You see like a couple you recognize, some you've seen around before. You see Angkor kind of standing on his break, just kind of eating like what looks to be a very old piece of jerky. Just kind of eating, not talking to anybody. And he's kind of eating, you kind of walk up to him.
Anchor looking for a prisoner with white hair. Usually carries around a heavy armor set. Seen him?
He's not here at this reflection. He's not here at this reset.
Oh,
What do you mean he's not here at this reset?
He didn't appear where he usually does.
maybe his maybe his role's changed.
Maybe he's in the other outpost, Harold. Maybe he's drinking there. That's why we saw him first.
Let's make our way to the next outpost.
Wait, Balto. Are we trying to save the rest of the travelers? If so, I'd say you can, whoever you're friends with here, we should tell them to make an announcement. All travelers meet at the castle. Outsiders. If not, we could leave them, but
I'd have to spread my influence.
no, you don't have. You're the warden. They'll just listen to you.
No, I got questioned and called dumb already by
Just say, just tell whoever. Maybe the doctor. You could. Talk
I'm
to
not
doctor,
the
just
type
tell
of
them-
guy to tell people what to
just-
do. Look at my size.
just-
Do you think people will listen to me?
Well, you're the warden. Just tell them. Maybe the warden is inviting all the outsiders to come to the castle. for a
All
meeting.
right.
And then once that happens, we can kill Linda. All the travelers that are there will be teleported back to the main world.
Okay.
Hopefully.
Are we doing this?
But it's up to you though, Balto.
We'll drop that message at the doctor's before we leave.
Okay.
So, you leave the guard place. What are you doing?
We're gonna
What is happening?
tell Samuel a final message before we leave town.
Okay. Anything else you want to do in town before you guys leave?
Is this the same town with the tavern keeper?
No.
No.
This
This is how Salazar was working at the tavern.
Oh yeah, Salazar.
Yeah, Salazar, right?
that one. Yes, it is
Yeah.
that one.
Should we go talk to Salazar?
Yeah, I think we should.
You
Maybe
want to?
stock up on some resources.
All right.
All right, sure.
Oh, well, let's
If
just
he's
tell
still cool with
Salazar to
it.
tell people then. That's fine.
Oh, you're
Yeah.
right. That's okay. Let's go.
Okay.
Okay. You walk over to the place that you had escaped from before, the large tavern. Kind of walk over to that area and kind of go along. You end up reaching it in a bit of time. You kind of walk inside and kind of just open the door. You look around and you see that the tavern keeper is there. And there is a young man waiting tables. Not Salazar.
Not Salazar?
It's not him.
Who's the new barkeeper?
You don't recognize his face.
I go, barkeeper, do you know who I am?
A dog?
I am the
He's not
warden.
Oh, yeah. Would you like a drink, Warden?
No, I come here with a message. Tell those travelers that come in and out through the outpost here, since this would be one of the first stops that they go to, that there's a hefty reward for those to go to the castle at the week's end. for there is an announcement that will be made there that will fruitfully gift travelers for everything they've done here.
I lower myself. Are you sure you want to do a week's time? Shouldn't we just do like tomorrow or something?
In the next on the morrow.
Okay, and I stand back up and I nod my head.
Remember to flow with you also. You have a circumstance bonus of +1. 18. He looks at you for a second and just kind of says, I can tell them. They're not going to listen, but I can tell them.
Right to flyer. I rip a page out of the empty side of my spell book, and I write, and I try to make a poster of what Bolto said.
Okay. That takes some time, but you can do it easily.
All right. Do I have to
No.
roll anything?
Nope.
Aren't you like a
I asked
scholar or
the
something?
barkeeper.
Do I have a what?
Aren't you a scholar or something? Is that why? You're a good
I don't
writer.
know. I have no idea. Maybe.
You have a lot of experience like writing stuff. It just depends.
Didn't you write your own
If you wanna-
book?
I'll say this. Do you want
I did write my own book.
It's possible for it to fail.
Oh,
No, I don't want to roll. I just want. I just wanna make
Barkeeper.
sure.
have you heard of the name Salazar?
Salazar, isn't that the name of the mayor from the town over?
Ah, that makes
Who's the
sense.
mayor of this town?
We don't have a mayor. We're an outpost.
All right.
Should you know this, Warden?
Like,
All
he's
right.
shaking his head in confusion, like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Okay, I'm done here. Anyone else have questions?
No. Pass this to,
Well, you-
to the travelers. Show them this. I put it on the barkeep table wherever he's at.
Okay, let's use my new authority to get a wagon to take to the outpost.
You're right. Let's do that. Let's get some horses. Let's go to the stable.
Let's go. All right. We're gonna go
I'll
to.
say,
Okay.
yeah, I'll say that you kind of walk over to where the stables are. It's kind of like, I'm the warden. Give me your stuff. It's not that you're the warden. It's that you just have some authorities for some reason against specifically some of the people that exist. So you find that the authority is not very strong, but you are able to commandeer a horse and a small wagon eventually.
Alrighty.
As you kind of commandeer this, and the oxen are still left parked in the middle of the town. What are the three of you doing?
We are on our way to the output to the city, right? To go and fetch our mayor.
Wait, should I try to force the oxen to go the other way? We did it before.
I mean, if you
Or
think
no.
you can, you can.
Let me try. Let me just try. I'm gonna try to move the oxen towards the other outposts.
Okay, roll me your survival check.
Oh damn it! thought
I
it
can
was gonna
try
be-
if you want me to try.
No, it's fine.
13. The oxen don't move.
All
They're on
right,
a
it's
schedule.
fine. Let's just take the horse. I'm just worried they're gonna leave without us, but that's fine. We have this horse.
Harold, you ask the barkeeper, like, do you know Salazar? I was like, Salazar is the
No,
mayor.
Grant already asked for me.
I already asked? Okay. The three of you get on your carts and begin to make your way towards the other outpost. As you begin to make your way, we come back to our number one mayor. The only mayor. That's why he's number one. Mike, you spend a little time shifting some things, moving some things. What have you been doing as you're the mayor? You know the names of many of the citizens. You know the names of like some of the travelers that come by. But you're left basically alone in your house for some time. What are you doing proactively to try and succeed in your mission?
Me? I am trying. I'm trying to find out how important I am to the people and how much they like me. and how powerful I am in terms of people liking me and listening to what I have to say. So I can tell the people to evacuate or, you know,
Sure. Roll me diplomacy.
diplomacy. Dude, man, that's easy. You sure you want me to roll diplomacy? That's a really easy one for
Roll me
me.
diplomacy.
You sure?
Yes.
Oh, that's an easy one, dude. I can do like athletics.
No, it's diplomacy.
Okay, all right. That's what you insist. All right, hero
Wait to
point.
reroll that.
Hero point.
Better.
Let me do one more, yeah? Yeah.
Mm, I don't know, guys. There was still in the precedent you can roll more than once.
Oh, shoot, huh? All right, never mind then.
Okay.
Didn't he hero point to reroll that?
You did already,
Yeah.
yeah.
I did
Oh
already.
yeah, we can't
Can you,
reroll twice. No, you take it.
you can't reroll twice? Damn.
You go around, you talk to people, you spend some time getting a gauge on how much people like you.
Mm-hmm.
You realize that really the only people you have any pull on at all are actually the travelers. Yeah, you can prep your new spells.
All right.
The travelers. You find that the citizens don't really seem to respect you in a way where it's kind of like they seem to just really listen to you for very mundane things. If you ask them to evacuate, get out of here, they're not going to do it. You can already tell that they are just kind of like comfortable in their positions. The travelers do respect you though. Cinder specifically is the liaison between you and the other travelers that exist. And they come talk to you, and the strangest thing about it is that they treat you like you're Salazar. They treat you like you're not a traveler yourself. It's extremely strange as you kind of like talk to them for moments at a time. And again, whenever a time of stress happens or a time of something you don't know, a voice in your head echoes Salazar's voice as it tells you the right answer to say.
Mm-hmm.
Time does pass. I would say that specifically that as things kind of like get rolling, you find it difficult to kind of like figure out exactly what to do. You've tried to rally a little bit, you try to talk to the people, but at best you've convinced the travelers with a couple of extra like, supply handles that they can mobilize a little bit for you, for just a little bit. For any more, you would have to actually, roll more, talk to them more, do things more. But they will mobilize a bit for you a little bit. Savan seems to just have accepted that you are the mayor. Although you kind of find that his eyes narrow every couple of times you meet him. But I'd say that, well, first of all, is there anything you do on the first day that you are mayor?
First day as a mayor, I just already let the travelers take
Yeah.
refuge. So,
Mhm.
I'm just trying to I'm trying to get a feel for how people like me. That's it. I'm not doing much except that.
Yeah.
Now that I know how they are, how much time has passed.
I'd say that you can spend, well, I'll say this. It's going to take multiple days for the other guys to arrive here. Like, out of
Oh, really? Oh, darn it.
yeah.
I didn't know that.
It's going to take 4 days.
Okay, I'm gonna try to woo my people. Is there anything I can do?
Yeah, it's diplomacy.
Just diplomacy. I'm just gonna roll diplomacy all
Well,
these 4 days.
I'll say this. Specifically, these people have. There are multiple ways you can actually make them like you. Okay.
Mhm.
There are ways you can be. Oh, you can be diplomatic to like convince them to like you. You can try to have it where you solve a problem with your intelligence for them to like you. I would say that you cannot do a backflip and they will like you. That's not what they want right now. So yeah, it'd be a way to justify living in a frozen wasteland. Anything you can like justify that way would be fine. Like a role of some kind. Like a survival for more hunting things, or like you try to reorganize all of their rations and for like intelligence or something. You can use lore of like some other shit. I don't know. Like something to justify a role.
Okay, is there a to-do list for the town?
What would you think a frozen ice town would like?
Oh,
in
don't walk
Outpost?
in there.
No. You can use like imagine you can use athletics to like use your own like body to like move all the shit, the rations and stuff to like help them. Like you're on the ground floor helping them. That would help. You can do intimidation to scare like the tavern owner to give his supplies to all the travelers or something. I'll say this. Number one, as the mayor, there's a political stance. I'm asking you specifically to give me 3 to 4 different roles, a role for each day, basically, like for 4 days,
Okay.
to basically weigh the favor with the travelers or the citizens. It just depends on which ones you want to like woo.
Well,
You can woo both, obviously. It just depends on your roles. Like it's not like weighted between you choosing them or them. It's like eventually you have to like, get everyone to like you. So it's 4
yeah,
different
no,
roles that you want to try to justify.
no, that's fine. Well, I think I understand what you're saying.
Yep.
First day, I will help my townspeople by
So like proficiencies. Try to justify 'em.
I will do an athletics check and follow your idea of helping organize the town for a whole day. I just working hard and just organizing the town, getting everything situated.
Okay, so you're gonna try to help the citizens on the first day instead.
Yes, yes.
Okay, athletics. 29.
Nice.
Yeah, easily done. You help the citizens kind of move their stuff around. Hands-on mayor is really what you are for the very first day. You realize that the travelers kind of like you already, but the
Mm-hmm.
citizens seem to be very indifferent. You're gonna kind of move around and help some of the townsfolk. You help specifically, like you help the townsfolk, like the tavern owner, move some barrels and some ale. You help some of the warehouse workers kind of shift things around. Some of the fishermen need help, like fixing old boats and fixing some of the wood and getting some supplies over to the docks. With the athletics of 29, you help them immensely. Their favor increases towards you. It is, you know, higher than it was before, but you realize that you kind of talk to them a little bit more. They seem to think that you have, well, I'll say this, you haven't seduced them quite yet, but they
Oh
seem to
well.
like you at least a little bit better.
Can I ask them what else would they like?
Yeah. You kind
Yeah.
of ask one of the people, the first person that kind of comes to your mind, you ask the town guard, the head guardsman, which is not James. It is another person you don't recognize. You ask them, and they ask for what seems to be weapons, traps, snares, things to help them hunt. You ask the tavern owner, he wants supplies, fire, kindling, warmth, food. You ask some of the citizens, like this trader, asking for commerce, wants to, trade with the travelers, wants to trade some of their other goods for things that the travelers may have, like magic items or things like that. Those 3 groups of people are the main groups of people that really, you know, make up the village.
Ooh wee. Okay, so I tell them, thank you, sir. And I will try to do a diplomacy, I guess, right? That's diplomacy, huh?
So, yes, the first day you move everything around. On the second day, what are you doing?
I'm gonna
Diplomacy.
do diplomacy. Oh, a Yahtzee!
Yeah. Natural 20. You talk to all 3 groups, and you realize that I can easily talk to everybody today. Easily. As you kind of talk to, first of all, the travelers to convince them to actually help you, trade, supplies, hunt, food. The travelers are the main things that you really do help, like try to convince to help you give them things. I'd say that the favor of the city and even the travelers rises with a natural 20. It is
Right.
very much a productive day. And as you kind of like talk to them and kind of like shift things around,
I
you hear some information on the
yes.
second day. You hear that Linda has arrived back in town. Do you do anything?
Linda has just arrived in town. Linda, the same Linda that we all know?
The giant, the fisherman, the
Oh, well,
woman
she
that
is.
is impersonating Emily, apparently. Not the version that you met, but the one that had been met before.
Bro, I got no beef with Linda. Do I? Do I have beef with Linda? Do I need to?
I don't know. I literally don't know. Do you have beef with Linda? Do you want to talk to her? Do you want to actually have anything done with her? Or are you just gonna leave her to her own devices?
Sure, I'll go talk to her.
Yeah. So you hear that Linda's in town, and you kind of make your way towards the tavern where you find that she is kind of like drinking a little bit, talking to some of the other fishermen, Darren, Darian, Derek, all of the dwarves kind of surrounding her. As you kind of get inside the tavern, kind of look over at her, she's sitting there, drinking, laughing, surviving. What are you doing?
Um, and this is the second day still, right?
Still the second day, yeah, it's at night.
Okay then. Go with Linda. Let's ask her, hey, how you doing?
Yeah. You walk up to her and say, like, hey, how you doing? And she kind of looks at you for a second and kind of just like, Maya? Quite fine, actually. Do you is there a problem with the contracts?
No, no problem at all. Just want to make sure everybody's happy here.
The dwarves look at you also in confusion as well. You see Linda just kind of put down her ale and she kind of looks at you and she says, do you want a drink, Maya? You don't usually come to the tavern.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Linda kind of just raises one of the doors raises one of their fingers and then you see the taverner kind of walk over towards you and he gives you a pint of ale. And as he kind of gives you a pint, he gives you a nod for a second and he just kind of just pulls up a chair and you are allowed into the party. Surrounding you is Linda and 6 other dwarves. You see that the dwarves, a lot of their facial features are the same, but you notice that there are like scars and small differences. Some of their hair is different, some of them wearing them in different styles, but they are the same build, the same stock. As you kind of just sit there in the like on the other edge across from Linda, you just kind of just have this pint of ale in front of you. You see Linda kind of look at you for a second. She says, well, she picks up the pint of ale and she says, bottoms up then for our mayor. And you see the dwarves just kind of lift up their ales as well, and they kind of look at you for a second, waiting for you to lift up your ale.
Cheers.
Cheers, cheers, cheers. As all of them cheers. And you kind of
Hey,
just
and
drink a little bit.
we're just making light conversations and have a few drinks. How many drinks are we having right now?
You are going to be given 8 drinks unless you stop them.
Oh, wow. Well, I'm not gonna drink all 8 right now. I'm gonna ask questions before I get drunk. Um,
Mhm.
I asked Linda. I look at Linda. I ask her, so what's your plans this week?
She just looks at you for a second. She says, "The fish,
Oh,
scale some fish, deliver some fish to the supply depot. You know, keep the village alive."
it's great. Have you noticed anything different lately? 'Cause-
Mm. Oh, yes. One of my boats is a bit rocky. Is it possible for me to get a new one? I realize that you've brought some from the warehouses, but some of them are quite rocky and well, the patching is very low work. Can you help me with that?
yeah, that's no problem.
Thank you, Maya. And she just kind of just drinks another pint of ale. As you drink another one, you see Linda just kind of look over for a second, and she's about to say something. You see that one of the dwarves just kind of just taps you on the shoulder and says, "Excuse me, Maya, Maya, Maya.
What is it?
Yeah, can you help me with the thing?
What thing?
I've got a problem with those fucking travelers."
Travelers? What happened?
One of them travelers blew up one of my boats, you see. They said they were testing. What was it called, Derek? Fire magic. They were testing fire magic on one of my boats. And, you know, I understand that they're strong and tough and they're not from around here, but can you help me? I just want to smack them once on the face. Preferably
Mm,
with, and he kind of pulls out a mace.
we don't need to resort to violence, Mr. Dorf. I think we can be civil about it, discuss it, and hopefully he can be able to buy you a new boat.
Oh, the boat was worth like 300 silver worms. So if you give me that by tomorrow, I'll be grateful.
300 silver worms
Yeah.
by tomorrow.
Yeah, from the traveler, of course. I don't expect you to pay it.
You know what traveler did this?
Yeah, the ugly one.
I'll talk to him about it, but I don't think you'll be getting it by tomorrow.
Well, if it's paid off by like the end of the week, I'd be so happy. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. He kind of slaps you on the back.
And I just kind of look at him like, sure.
Another round
Anyways,
of ale.
go back to turn around Linda again.
Mm-hmm.
You notice it? Has anybody been bothering you lately, Linda?
No, I'm been doing great. It's been quite relaxing, actually. Fishing on the lake is one of the most relaxing professions I've had. Why, Mayor? Is there a problem? Has there been a development, perhaps?
I've just seen an elf, Cozy J.
Go see. I've seen. Well, you're an elf. I have not seen any
tiefling.
others.
Yeah. Hmm.
No, not seen any other elves so far. It's been just me and the boys, just fishing.
Yeah, alrighty. And give him a nice toast and say thanks for all the hard work you guys do. Without you guys, we wouldn't be a city at all.
Cheers to the mayor as they just kind of lift up their ales and just kind of drink. Any other questions?
No questions at all. Just having a
Second
good
day.
night.
Yeah, second day passes by
Yeah.
pretty uneventfully. The third day, what are you planning to do as a mayor?
Third day as mayor.
You cannot use the same rules as you did before.
Oh man, dude, I can't clean the town again.
You can't clean the town again. You can't diplomat again. No.
Oh, okay. Well, how am I supposed to help? Let me go. I was gonna help the travelers out, see what they need help with.
Okay. You walk out of the travelers and kind of go over. They seem to be extremely. There's a problem in which they're trying to solve. The travelers have an issue with their supply run. It seems that one of the supply runs seems to have been ambushed by some wolves and some werewolves. Something seems to have happened out there, and it'd be really appreciated if someone could help. Help track these wolves down to their den.
Oh, okay. Well, I'd say I'm pretty good at tracking, right? My perception's +8.
Yes, perception or survival, either one.
Oh, my survival is +6 too. Kind of look at them and how many people are coming with me? Are they gonna take care of the fighting, right?
Yeah, they take care. I'll say that there's not going to be any combat for this. It's
Oh,
just going to be a
thank
run.
God.
It's just for
All right.
flavor.
That's fine. I'll tell them, oh, that's no problem. Let me come help you guys.
Okay, roll me a perception or survival.
I'll do perception. 18.
18. You pass, barely.
Yes, that's good. That's good.
Yeah, it's meets beats on this one. You're able to find the wolf's den, and through a battle to the death, you were able to survive. And the travelers, without any casualties, are able to retrieve
Okay.
able to retrieve. Yeah, we're just hand waving a fucking battle to the death. I'm not gonna actually do it in person.
Okay.
With an 18, I'm saying that with an 18 is a pass with no casualties.
Oh,
Anything
oh.
less, some travelers would have perished.
Oh God.
Yeah. As you kind of make your way back to the place, the traveler's favorability with you rises. At the end of the day, on this third day, you hear a knock on your door. Just a dunk, dunk. Mike.
Oh, I thought it was. All right. Sorry. I get up out of bed and like I assume I'm in bed
Yes.
and I'm like, oh, and I just walk on down the stairs and got a little light with me, and I open the door, real, not all the way, just a little crack, just to see who it is. Who is it?
You open the door and you kind of look down and you see, like, you kind of expect someone to be, you know, eye level with you. Oh, they actually are eye level with you because you're shorter. You look and you see in front of you is a young girl in a mask.
Oh,
And you can see that there's frost all over her. She's walked through the snow. You can see that her hair is completely wet. And you can just see, like, she's just shivering in the cold. And she looks at you and she says, Mike,
come in,
so
come in,
cold.
come in, get
And
your butt in here.
she walks inside the door closes, and she's kind of just, the mask comes off, and you see it's Ellie. She's like, I woke up in the middle of a forest.
Oh my God.
I came to walk over to find you. I didn't know where the hell everyone was.
How did the other girl do it? My God, you're frozen.
I know, I know, I know. You have warm water, please?
Yes, no problem. I'm the mayor. I got everything. So
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
I go grab her some water,
Yeah.
warm.
Ellie arrives in the middle of the night. She seems to have walked from that middle area between the both of the outposts, and she came straight to you, it seems.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
She knew where you were. She didn't know where everyone else was.
I put some wood in the fireplace, get it all warm, burning bright again.
Yep. She stands near the fire. She's kind of just like completely just throughout the night, she's just warming herself up the whole time.
Gosh.
And yes. So, by the way, it's only a 2-day travel from where Cold Iron was met, so she took 3 days. So, just letting you know.
Okay.
And at the end of it all, on the fourth day, on the very fourth day, what are you
Yes.
doing, Mike, in the early morning?
Well, I am gonna gauge off my townspeople and see who if they need any more help. Let's see.
Okay.
I
Yeah, go ahead. Justify what you want to justify.
Oh, okay. I was just gonna say I don't really have much more roles I can do.
Mm-hmm.
I do want to. There's a what's his name? A blah blah blah. There's a
Right.
is there a wizard in town? There we go.
There is not a wizard in town. Only
Ah,
merchants.
bummer.
Um,
Bummer.
I would say this: you could use something. Um, at this point in time, the favorability of both the citizens and the travelers is about equal. You were able to kind of convince a lot of the citizens to actually kind of like you a little bit, and the travelers seem to trust you quite a lot. The problem is bringing them together. The problem is kind of just helping, you know, bridge the gap between both. Because there is a clear us versus them kind of mentality going on in this village.
Okay.
The major thing for sure would be trying to figure out exactly how to bridge that gap.
I know.
Do you have any ideas?
I think I don't know. I have no ideas. I'd have to.
Maybe you'd have to roll society to find one.
Yeah, I was like, I had to roll something. I'll roll society then. Yeah.
16.
I think I'm gonna re-roll that one.
Sure. We decided that we take the higher of the two, right?
Yeah, higher. There we go.
25.
Good rolls. Good rolls.
Oh. you find that the best way to get two groups of people that don't get along is to have a festival, food, things like that. You know, a nice gathering of individuals to just kind of like get along with each other.
Man,
You're the most
I
proactive
I
mayor.
knew it. I
The
knew
most
it.
proactive mayor that's existed in this village for quite a bit of time. As you start organizing this and kind of talking to the tavern owner to like, yeah, let's just have a party, basically. And talk to the travelers and say that, the citizens are throwing a festival and you guys could come if you guys want. It's an open invite, but I'm inviting everybody right now, that kind of thing. You send in the group chat of everyone, just like, hey, just come and hang out. As you kind of just get everyone to come and come along. I'll say this, Mike.
Yeah.
For flavor, a lot of these things happen. But you've successfully gotten everyone's favorability up to the minimum of 3. They will listen to you.
I have done it. My people love me.
Yes, you've succeeded on all your roles some fucking way. I don't know
Uh,
how. You succeeded on everything. So, yeah. As this 4th day is happening and the festival, or rather a party begins to happen, as like a small festival, a large bonfire lit. Ellie jumping around now, having a good time. As this is all happening and like the festival and everyone getting along, you've become a good mayor somehow. Even though you're a terrible, terrible elf.
I've done it.
As this is happening, the other people, the other 3 coming in with their cart and their horse. The 3 of you begin to make your way to the edge of the first outpost you've ever been in, the one you stepped foot in the very first time. The place that where you thought Ellie would be was empty. However, you did see steps and tracks and trails that led her to this place. 3 of you making your way along the path, kind of going down into what seems to be the village off in the distance. What did you do? What did what did the 3 of you do during these days that you guys are traveling? Was there anything of interest? Any conversations? Anything else? Harold, Balto, Geralt.
We
Okay,
arrived in
perfect.
town. What?
You guys are like on the edge of town, the outskirts. You can see the large fire that they've made, the bonfire that they've made, and you can see there are figures like around the bonfire and things like that. There is a lot of merriment happening in the first outpost at the moment right now.
There's something going on in the outpost. A large fire. Maybe we should go check it out. Yeah, let's go. Oh, thank you, Harold. I appreciate that.
Oh my gosh, I was muted. Yeah.
Yeah, everyone else is muted. Yes, it's
Mm.
literally only Balto.
Sure, but we needed to make a plan. But
I literally have no clue what's happened these past 4 days in town. I hope we can find. hope we can find my cock so you can tell us.
I know. Hopefully he's seen CoCJ too. Gosh.
Yes.
So, the 3 of you continue away into the town. As you guys are kind of coming down like the side pathways or like the large icy stone and like well-worn pathways, but still covered in snow, as the horse is kind of suffering this whole time. This whole time has been suffering, and the cart's kind of coming down. You begin to see something. The few of you that have dark vision, that you see clouds beginning to gather over the city, over the village. You begin to see the snow and the frost begin to pick up, and the winds and the speed. You begin to see shadows in the sky above the clouds. You begin to see a large shadow cast along the ground.
Something's
You look
happening.
up and you see a blizzard beginning to come, centered on top of the first outpost. And you kind of look up and you see it. You look, the three of you, the clouds shifting and churning and growing. You see three small fairies. And in the middle of that, you see a large armored figure, completely blue, but desiccated. You see a corpse of a man with black mustache and black facial hair, with black and desiccated skin, pale and blue. Hovering above the first outpost. As the clouds begin to swirl and churn and shift, and the tempest begins to come faster and faster, the three of you notice this. As the bonfire on the ground floor where you're at, Mike, where Ellie is at, and where Linda and the other fishermen and other people are at, the bonfire fades. As the snow begins to come down faster and faster, the winds pick up speed and the cold, frigid air comes in.
Something's about to happen. I get a feeling something bad is about to happen.
Well, there's a guy hovering the fucking city.
Should-
Use your warden powers, bro.
The warden powers don't work like that. I don't know. I don't know how to
Gosh.
channel these powers. Okay.
How high is he standing up, hovering?
If you looked at him, like you can see him because you guys are on the side of basically of a mountain right now, like just coming down and seeing the entire outpost in the village. You can see him like almost at the same level as you, so he's like really freaking high. But he's large enough. He's the size of a giant.
Oh shit!
He's huge.
Who is this? Can I make a perception roll or?
Sure, roll a perception.
I have dark vision too, so let's see
Yes.
this. Wow. Okay, never mind.
9.
Oh. My
Balto,
rolls are-
roll me a perception check.
All right.
How far away is this guy?
This guy is quite far.
Like 120 feet away, or
Farther than that.
no? Damn it.
Balto, you look at this individual up in the sky, and you look as hard as you can. Your vision is not as great as your others, but you smell something on the wind. You smell the same smell as the finger that had disappeared in your hand.
Oh shit!
Oh
And
shit.
as you realize the smell of that
Oh
smell,
shit!
you see the clouds begin to coalesce. No longer clouds, but ice, frost, and snow. As the frost and ice and snow become a large, round sphere
Oh shit.
of cold, larger than almost the village itself.
I turn to the party. I say, I think everyone else in this realm knows this is the last reset, and they're coming to stop Linda to take her powers too, guys. Maybe. I don't
But
know.
who's the guy? Who's the guy up there? Is
That smell? That's the smell of the old warden in the air.
oh,
Same
shit,
smell as the
dude.
finger.
Are you
but
gonna be
it's
able to fight him,
different.
bro?
Let me try.
What are you doing?
I don't know. I'm trying to do the thing, okay? It's just I don't know how to do. I don't know magic. I don't do magic, okay?
Oh my goodness.
I don't know how to transform like a druid, all right?
The bonfire goes out. And as the bonfire goes out, you realize that there's a shadow cast above you. You look up and you see figures floating above you. As you kind of notice these figures, you recognize some of the smaller ones, small fairies that you saw before. But in front, in the middle, between them, in the middle of this triangle of fairies, you see a creature, a giant of blue skin, of undead desiccation. And as the clouds kind of gather and coalesce into a large ball of snow and ice and frost, standing under it, you realize that, well, you've got to protect your people.
Yes, sir.
As that giant throws down the large avalanche of snow and frost downwards onto the village, onto the gathering of people in the square, onto the group, travelers and citizens, as it comes down, careening down. The sounds of wind and shattering ice come down as the weight of almost a meteor of snow barrels down onto the village. And that's probably where we're going to end the session.
All right.
And I bring out my Uno reverse card.
Yes. You bring out your magic cylinder.
My
You
magic
reveal my trap
cylinder.
card. But yes, that is the end of the session. And
Sounds good.
unfortunately, we have one more. I think the next one's going to be the last one. If Rob-
Nice.
You know what? I'm happy. I made it a beautiful, happy ending. That's fine with me.
Yeah, everyone dies at the same time, right?
Yep. What a way to go.
What a fucking way to go.